Hi, this is an AI narrating a fanfic, so you might hear a random number every 15 minutes. Just don't worry about it. I am so sorry for that. Also, if this video gets 3 likes and 3 comments, I will release the next part anyway. Enjoy the fanfic. Naruto walked towards contestant stands. He yawned and stretched his body. That was amazing, said Choji. Naruto smiled. That was Gates, said Kurenai. How did you learn them? Asked Guy. I learned them when I was 10. I have been practicing from 3 years, although I have just reached 4th gate, said Naruto. Guy looked in awe. 3, anyways, next match is gonna start soon, said Naruto. Why yeah, said Sasuke. Sasuke climbed downstairs while Naruto stared at Gaara. Gaara, who was looking at Naruto with manic grin. Mother wants, hello Mr. One, pass a message to your mother that if she value her life she might as well as shut up, said Naruto coldly. 9. PFFF haha, I have no fucking regrets in being sealed in you. 4. Gaara walked away. Naruto looked behind to see Rin standing. He looked at Rin and asked her to follow him. Rin nodded. They went in stadium inside and stopped at a corner. Red-haired boy has Shikaku sealed in him, said Naruto. I know. Isobu said. Same, said Rin. I think it's invasion, said Naruto. Same, said Rin. Sensei, why did Minato and Kushina neglected me? Asked Naruto. Rin was taken back. Because of Kyuubi Charka. It's hard to control, said Rin nervously. 1. Naruto grabbed Rin by waist and pinned her on wall 2. Really? Asked Naruto. Yeah, really, said Rin. Naruto sighed and nodded. Rin walked away. You never told me about stupid prophecy, said Naruto in somber tone. Why lie to me? Naruto heard a boom. He ran to see Gaara screaming, that's my blood. Naruto eye widened and saw everyone running. Naruto invasion has began. Naruto nodded and ran towards Gaara, who was moving at village area. Naruto wait, said Sasuke. Naruto landed on battleground to see all. Rookie, what are you guys doing here? Asked Naruto. We were fighting. And wait, where were you going? Asked Satsuki. Gaara, he is one-tail Jinchuriku, said Naruto. Then why are you? I don't have time for this. If you want to help, then say it, or I am doing it alone, said Naruto. No, do you understand what a Jinchuriku is? Just like your ceased. Hinata was cut by Shikamaru. Who do you need? Asked Shikamaru. You and Satsuki, said Naruto. Me, asked Shikamaru. Satsuki nodded. Naruto gestured them to follow and they did. Damn, he will get killed, said Ten. Where is Mito and Narumi? Asked Sasuke. They are helping to fight Suna Nins, said Shino. Naruto and Satsuki and Shikamaru were traveling faster towards Gaara. What's the plan? Asked Shikamaru. Shikamaru, I need you to use shadow possession and hold Gaara for a second while Satsuki used the Sharingan to put him in a strong genjutsu, said Naruto, and asked Satsuki, I'll seal away one tail, said Naruto. 3. Hokage booth. Minato was fighting Kazekage along with Kushina and 3 Sanins. What is happening? Why is he so strong? Said Suad. This shit in way too impossible. We 5 are cage level shinobi and yet, said Jiraiya. Rasa smirked evilly with red eyes. There were inside barrier created by Konoha shinobi for blocking Kazekage. Sir All Chunin are helping civilians and Jonin are killing Suna Nin. Narumi-sama and Mito-sama are also fighting Suna Nin. All Genin are protecting people. However, Naruto Uzumaki had head straight for Gaara, said a Jonin. What? Asked Minato as dogged Rasa's sand. 1. That idiot, said Jiraiya. I have to go. Kushina was cut by Minato. No, we have to deal with him. Believe in Naruto, said Minato. Rasa smirked and made hand signs. Edo Tensai, said Rasa. 1. Everyone's eye widened in horror. 2. Coffins came revealing Hashirama and Tobirama. Naruto kicked Gaara in stomach and sent him flying. Gaara dogged easily. 5, I will kill you, mother will have your blood, said Gaara as he screamed. Shikamaru. Satsuki, get back as much as you can, said Naruto. They nodded. Naruto charged at Gaara and punched him in head while dogged his hand. Sand drill, said Gaara as launched sandwave at him. Water style water laser, said Naruto as shot a wave of water towards sand. Naruto ran towards Gaara and kicked him in face as Gaara flipped behind and Naruto shoved kunai in his legs. Gaara screamed in pain. Naruto used first gate and slammed him on tree. This is surprisingly easy. How? You have come long way, Naruto. You aren't using full power yet, just rely on speed for now. Gaara has no training in Baka Shikaku power. 3 Naruto nodded and made 50 clone which dashed at Gaara and grabbed him. You will die, Uzumaki, said Gaara. Naruto jumped far away and smiled. Shikamaru and Satsuki, who were looking in awe, were confused. Everything slowed down. Bye-bye Gaara, said Naruto as was in air. Gaara eye widen, exploding clone, said Naruto. 1 All 50 clones exploded, sending a flying and injured Gaara on ground. Shikamaru now. Satsuki, said Naruto. Shikamaru used his full chakra to forbidden Gaara to move and Satsuki used his strongest genjutsu. 2 Naruto sat down near his boy and weaved hand signs, art of sealing silver. Blade soul, said Naruto as slammed his hand on Gaara's stomach as sealed appeared everywhere. Naruto was suddenly dragged into Gaara's mindscape with Shikaku, human. Shikaku eye widen when he saw Kurama standing behind him. Shikaku was suddenly covered with seals on his body. Seal, said Naruto as Shikaku was sealed within cage with a paper on gates. How dare you, you fucking puny human. Silence. It's your fault if you have never forced Gaara into insanity. I never had to seal I myself removed Kurama's seal. Gaara was a child. What's his fault? What other did you or disgrace? Even Biju needs their freedom even if they are lazy for balls sleeping most of the day, roared Naruto. Hey, said Kurama. You, said Shikaku. Naruto vanished with Kurama. Naruto, are you alright? Asked Satsuki. Why yeah, said Naruto. Naruto grabbed Gaara on shoulder and looked at them. Gaara, said Temari and Kankuro. They are his siblings, said Shikamaru. Give Gaara back, begged Temari. Why isn't he one tail? Don't you hate him? Asked Naruto coldly. Baka, that raccoon isn't my brother. Are you dumb? There a huge difference between kunai and skull, said Kankuro. Naruto chuckled. I was asking you if you hate him. I never called him raccoon. Oh, anyways, your brother is safe with me. If you ask Suna Nin to stop attacking, I will give him back. No arguments, said Naruto. But our father, just do as I say, said Naruto. Satsuki, come with me. Shikamaru, do you want to come at battle? Asked Naruto. Shikamaru shook his head. Naruto grabbed Satsuki on shoulder. Hey, you see, can't just, said Satsuki. Naruto sighted and disappeared in Shunshin Minato's and Hashirama's fist clashes. Reanimation asked Hashirama. Sorry, but you have to deal with us. I should have never created that thing, said Tobirama as he punched Suad, who went flying. It's our carelessness to blame, said Kushina. Wood-style wood spear, said Hashirama as it launched towards Hiruzen. Hiruzen eye widen, shit doge it saru. Tobirama eye widen at supposed death of Hiruzen. His student. The wood smashed into pieces and Hiruzen was saved. Naruto was standing in front of Hiruzen with lightning in hands. He dropped Gaara on ground, who was wide awake. Gaara, how? Said Rasa. Don't worry, I already sealed away one tail properly, said Naruto. Wait, what? Asked Minato in shock. Everyone looked at Naruto. The kanji over his head was different type of seal, which was very basic seal. Bijus can't be Sealed with such simple seals you were using him as weapon, said Naruto coldly. Wait, Naruto, you reconstructed how, said Minato. He is lying, said Jiraiya. Will you shut up, white-haired boy? Said Tobirama. Jiraiya shut up after that. In short, I created a similar version of 8 trigrams. Seal. The only thing it lacks is mental link. Biju can speak to person in mind no way Gaara will have. Lack of sleep or craziness he feel, said Naruto. That's amazing, said Hashirama in excitement. Tobirama nodded. How did you get pattern of seals? Asked Kushina. I studied my seal, said Naruto. Wait, what? Asked Hashirama. I have Kyuubi's soul in me, said Naruto. What? Asked Tobirama. Naruto dogged the wood aimed at him by Hashirama and charged towards him. Kyuubi was released and a sacrifice was made by Minato by sealing chakra into his daughter and soul into me, said Naruto as attacked Hashirama with kunai. Who are you? Asked Tobirama as kicked Minato, but Minato dogged Naruto. Uzumaki, said Naruto as dogged wood aimed at him. He is my son as well, said Minato in frustration. Don't worry, I already have an idea what happened, said Tobirama coldly. Minato and others flinched. As much as I would love to talk you two, we have to seal you away and deal with Cage, said Naruto. It's not that easy. Wood style is one of the most prominent form of style that surpass most of style, said Hashirama, and to counter it we need wood style. Wood dragon, said Naruto as wood dragon hit Hashirama. 6 Hashirama eye widen in shock while Tobirama looked in awe. I mixed water and earth chakra took me fucking 2 years, said Naruto. 9 Suddenly 2 woods popped out behind Hashirama and Tobirama and smashed at their back. Everyone eye wide when their bodies doesn't healed. There was seal planted on wood. Sealing seal, said Naruto as their bodies were slammed into 2 boxes and a seal. Damn you. Cage was cut when sand smashes him on his face. Gaara stood from ground. Finally I have control, said Gaara. Minato used teleportation and smashed Rasengan in Cage's back. There was burst of chakra released from fainted body of Rasa, which was black and had 2 red eye. What was that? Asked Suad. Tch0 tail, said Kurama. 4 Naruto collapsed but was caught by Rin who just arrived. Naruto, said Kushina worriedly. 2 weeks later Naruto eye flickered. He was in hospital. Naruto council have summoned you, said Yugo. Naruto said nothing. Kurama, did Minato do something? Don't worry, I was awake whole time. Naruto. Shunshin along with Yugo. Naruto knocked the door and heard, enter. Naruto entered council to see shinobi heads and civilian. Welcome Naruto, said Minato. Minato noticed that Naruto didn't remove bandages. You summoned Hokage-sama? Asked Naruto. Everyone noticed tiredness in his voice. Yes, you didn't just defeated Hyuga Neji in Chunin exams but also sealed Hashirama and Tobirama from their misery to destroy their own village. You saved village from rampaging one tail. Excellent work, said Minato with a smile. Hi, said Naruto. Now then, you used wood style. How did you achieved it? Asked Danzo. Minato glared at Danzo. He knew what greed in his eye meant. I have all elements. I mixed earth and water to recreate wood style. It took 2 years, said Naruto plainly. Why did you hit it? Asked Inogen. 3. To avoid attraction. People of your age run for attraction and praise, said Choji. First aspect of shinobi is avoid showing your cards, said Naruto. The demon was hiding his true power, said a fat merchant. Minato eye instantly narrowed. Yes, execute him, said a woman. 3. Shut the fuck up. I swear one more word and I will fuck your wife right in front of you, stupid asshole, roared Naruto. 17. Everyone looked in fear and shock. Calm down, said Yugo. Naruto glared at her but calmed down. Alright Naruto, we just wanted to ask. Nothing more. You are now required to report in Hokage room. I will be there shortly, said Minato. Naruto just walked away. Now then, said Minato with cold eye glaring at Danzo and civilian council. One Hokage room. Naruto entered room to find Rin. Hello Naruto, said Rin cheerfully. Naruto grabbed her wrist and pushed her on sofa and glared at harshly. And Naruto, you fucking knew it, didn't you? About prophesy, didn't you? You fucking knew it. You never told me, shouted Naruto. Rin was shocked. You know? Asked Rin softly. Naruto glared at her. I wanted to tell, but I seriously hate you. Rin heart sank at his words. Wait, listen. Naruto stood up and sat calmly. The door opened, revealing Minato and Kushina along with Jiraiya. Naruto, said Kushina happily. Minato sat on his seat while Jiraiya stood calmly. Naruto ignored her and looked at Minato. Naruto, I want to train you. That wood style is hard to control. You may have sealed Hashirama-sama but still have potential, said Minato. Okay, said Naruto. Minato looked in disbelief while Jiraiya smirked as he thought Naruto knew how powerful they were. Kushina smiled while Rin was fucking scared. On one condition, I will give you two choice. And you have to do any one of them, said Naruto. Minato instantly agreed. Execute Jiraiya, said Naruto. 3 silence. What? Asked Minato in low whisper. Jiraiya looked in shock. Kushina gasped while Rin gulped. I chose second choice, declared Minato. Alright, let's do a massacre of toads, said Naruto. What? Asked Jiraiya. 4. Any one of them. I will even live with you. Hell, I will call Kushina mother and you as father, said Naruto. Why you? Said Jiraiya in rage. Why Jiraiya? Asked Minato. Please stop kidding me. I know about that fucking prophecy of yours. First I thought it was just because of Kyuubi's Charka, but now I see it's this fucking Jiraiya. This fucker is responsible. He and his fucking dirty toads must die, shouted Naruto in rage. How did you know about that? Asked Jiraiya in shock. Fuck, I also know that Kyuubi was released from Kushina, said Naruto. How even Mito and Narumi didn't know that, said Kushina. Kyuubi told me about Madara, how he released him and forced him to attack Konoha, said Naruto. Everyone gasped. Naruto walked out. Nobody interrupted him. Rin slammed a diary on Minato's desk. Rin? Asked Minato. Read it. It is Naruto's. Read every last of it. Don't you dare to skip anything, said Rin and stormed away. To Minato and Kushina and Jiraiya started reading it and their heart sank on first page. Oh, what horror awaits them in next pages. Naruto stood in hospital in Yakumo's room watching her reaction. Yakumo's eyes were widen in horror when she heard true reason. That's fucking stupid, said Yakumo. I agree, said Anko. Why you? Asked Yakumo. Anko, why are you here? They will get suspicious now. Higher ups, especially Minato and Kushina. Naruto, it's time we go away, said Anko seriously. What is she talking about? Asked Yakumo. We're leaving this village, said Naruto coldly. What? Asked Yakumo in disbelief. No, I do not approve. It doesn't matter. I am done, said Naruto coldly. Naruto walked towards Yakumo and gave her a small kiss on cheek. Sorry, one day I will come for you, I swear, said Naruto. 6. No wait. Naruto, I will shout if. Yakumo couldn't finish her sentence as Anko knocked her out. Yakumo last words before fainting were, Naruto. 3. Naruto stood silently. Follow me, said Naruto as Anko nodded. Same time, Naruto was released when, asked Satsuki, like 3 hours ago, said Nurse. Sasuke gritted his teeth. He is not here too. Naruto house was blank now except for furniture. There was nothing. Naruto had 3 scrolls in his hands. Everything done? Asked Anko. Yeah, I don't want to stay here for a single fucking minute. said Naruto. Anko nodded. They Shunshin at village's gateway. He looked at Konoha coldly and his eye flashed red. Let's go Naruto, said Anko. Naruto nodded. The guards were unconsciousness. Uzumaki. Naruto has finally left village. Yakumo was walking. She didn't know where, but she was walking somewhere she could rest and put her heart at rest. Her clan, Kurama clan, in every 1,000 years there are born one person that inherits all talent of genjutsu. Their genjutsu is second next to Uchiha clan, but Yakumo is more different because she is 1 in 1,000 years. Her genjutsu is powerful enough to make things real. Suppose she puts someone into genjutsu that makes him kill his own parents. The feeling is so real that a person can go mad when the effects in genjutsu world will take place in physical world as well. She was born with a weak body, but her genjutsu power was on different level. However, she had a evil consciousness. If not under control, it will kill Konoha. Her mother and father were killed due to that evil consciousness. Its name is Ito. Kurenai Yuhi was assigned to teach her instead. That bitch reported fourth Hokage and attempted to seal her chakra. Minato denied he believed in her and said she could control powers, but later she was walking towards park. It was almost night. She spotted a blondie boy. His ocean blue eye were filled with sadness. She walked to him and immediately knew he was Hokage's kid. Oi, why are you sad? Asked Yakumo. She expected a arrogant brat bragging about his father being Hokage or how his toy broke and he is pissed. Don't you hate me? Asked Naruto timidly. Yakumo was surprised. No, I don't hate you, said Yakumo. Naruto. Uzumaki the demon child. How foolish. All I see is a lonely kid. BB, but I have, said Naruto. Naruto, said Yakumo. Naruto looked up at her. I know what is inside you, said Yakumo softly. The why don't why you sniff, said Naruto as started sobbing. Yakumo bended her on knee and hugged him. Shush, you are not alone, said Yakumo as she felt her eye wet. Naruto cried loudly on her chest. Her clothes became wet. She didn't care. After a while Naruto calmed down. I am Yakumo Kurama. Nice to meet ya, said Yakumo. I am Naruto. Oh, you probably might know, said Naruto. Yes, nay Naruto. Let's go to my house. I will give you cake, said Yakumo, trying to cheer him up. Naruto mouth instantly watered and Yakumo giggled and patted younger child. What about your family? They're not my family, said Naruto darkly. Yakumo wasn't surprised. She was expecting this. I don't have a family, said Naruto sadly. Yakumo smiled and kissed his forehead. I will be your family, said Yakumo. Naruto cold eye gained a bright light. Really? Asked Naruto. Cake will get spoiled, said Yakumo playfully. No, roared Naruto with a pout and ran. Yakumo giggled his attitude and then facepalmed. That idiot, where does he think my house is? Naruto, said Yakumo as she ran after him. Naruto and Yakumo became friends quickly. She became big sister of him. Naruto decided to label her as friend in public because he didn't wanted her to be harassed by villager she already had, Ito. To deal with, Naruto cursed Kurenai to death, which Yakumo didn't like because she didn't like when he cursed Yakumo. When she heard what Sasuke, Itachi and Hinata did, was fumed. That day her house needed repairs. Yakumo, when will you attend academy? Asked Naruto excitedly. I am 1 year older than you, but I will delay so we can be in same batch when we graduate, said Yakumo calmly. Yata, said Naruto. Yakumo successfully killed Ito. She killed by using a seal Naruto developed. She was damn proud of that. Yakumo, said Naruto nervously. Yeah, asked Yakumo. You will never leave me, right? Asked Naruto. Yakumo smiled. Offsu. Present. Yakumo woke up screaming. Rin was Jolt woke up. What happened? Asked Rin. Yakumo was breathing heavily. Rin sensei, said Yakumo. Yakumo, are you Alright, nightmare, asked Rin. Greater than Naruto. He left village, said Yakumo in terror. Rin world froze. Her heart ached. A fear crept in her heart. When asked Rin. I don't know, I was knocked, said Yakumo. Rin grabbed Yakumo and Shunshin. Unknown to them, there was nurse who heard everything, and she was a gossip girl. 5 Hokage room. Minato was coldly writing a letter. Jiraiya I were emotionless. He was rarely blinking. Kushina face was spoiled. Her cheeks were swollen. She was lying on couch like a dead woman. Kakashi just sat on floor looking downward. Suad was reading diary again and again. Kakashi, go and deliver it to every clan head. From this day forward, civilian council is banned. There will be arrested and put in jails from the Ibiki will handle them, said Minato coldly. Jiraiya flinched. Kakashi nodded and went away. That's too much. Easy, said Jiraiya. I know, in fact I was going to torture them myself, but I am Hokage. I can't let my feelings interfere and affect my decision, said Minato. Minato lost control and slammed his fist on table. Rin appeared with Yakumo panting and crying. Minato sensei, said Rin. Rin, asked Minato. Naruto left village, said Rin. Minato I. Widen and Kushina snapped out of her despair. Jiraiya summoned a toad. Don't Jiraiya. Naruto holds a grudge against toads, said Suad. Jiraiya nodded. 1. Anbu assemble all. Rookie, said Minato. Kakashi and Obito slammed door and entered. Kakashi. Naruto has, the whole village knows, everyone is in uproar, said Kakashi panting. Few Rookie were sitting in barbecue owned by Akamichi clan. Naruto was brutal, said Satsuki. Yeah, he was powerful, said Shino. He doesn't even give a shit about anyone except Yakumo, said Sasuke. Yeah, but there must be a reason. A man barged in restaurant. It was another Akamichi member. Uncle, asked Choji. Choji, where is your father? Asked Shinki. What happened? Asked Choza. Someone had defected the village, said Shinki. Rookie I were shocked. Who? Asked Choza. Uzumaki. Naruto, said Shinki. What? Asked Satsuki. Sasuke choked his food and looked wide-eyed. Choji and Shikamaru looked in horror. Ino and Sakura gasped. Shino I twitched. Hinata stood up and shouted. When? Asked Hinata. Few hours ago Hokage-sama has ordered all genin in office right now, said Shinki. All genin ran away towards Hokage room. All genin entered room. Is it true? Asked Sasuke panting hard. All genin looked at Hokage. He nodded. Let me go, I will bring him back, said Satsuki. Suad glared at her coldly. After what you did with him? Asked Suad. Everyone looked at her. Yakumo looked away. What? Asked Sasuke. Suad pointed at Dairy. It is Naruto's dairy. He wrote about you, said Suad. Satsuki clenched her fist. I didn't wanted to do it, I was foolish, shouted Satsuki in frustration. Give that dairy, demanded Hinata. Suad grabbed her by throat and slammed her on ground. Suad control, said Minato. Suad threw Hinata out of window and slammed it shut. 22 and Anbu took Hinata to hospital. Now then, what will we do? Minato asked Jiraiya. I have no choice. Naruto will be labeled as missing nin, said Minato. Why were we summoned? Shouldn't we go after him? Asked Shikamaru. That was the plan, however, said Minato. What? Asked Satsuki. Yakumo just told us that he went away with Anko Mitarashi. She was student of Orochimaru. She is now very powerful. She might be on par with cage level shinobi. Her speed is very fast, I think. They escaped, said Minato as he cited 3. Everyone was shocked to hear about her. Hokage-sama, why is Naruto like this? I know villagers hates him for some unknown reason, and he clearly hates you. I want to know why, said Shikamaru. Everyone was quiet. Because he had Kyuubi's soul sealed inside him, said Hiruzen, who was standing at door. Minato sealed Kyuubi Charka into Mito and Narumi and sealed Soul into Naruto. This information was given to council, who wanted him dead for being Kyuubi, reborn. They clearly hated him. Minato and Kushina trained Mito and Narumi and ignored Naruto completely. For few years he was bullied by villagers, given beating on regular basis. He was outcast by villagers and his classmates. He was also raped when he was a child. Nobody loved him except few, and now Naruto has left village, said Hiruzen. Yakumo just fell on ground in tiredness. Rin comforted her. Shikamaru jaw dropped and hit floor. Ino and Sakura were in tears. Shino eye widened while Choji looked terrified. Is it true? Asked Mito and Narumi, who just woke up in hospital and heard Naruto's betrayal. Kushina looked away in guilt. Yes, it is true, said Suad. Everything was written in this diary and many other things, said Tsunade. Mito and Narumi fell on floor. Kakashi caught them before they hit floor. Drip drip drip. Everyone slowly looked at Satsuki. Adult eye widen in horror when blood fell from her eyes and turned into Mangekyo Sharingan 5. Minato used teleportation as he dogged Amaterasu. Itachi slammed his fists on Satsuki's neck and knocked her out. Itachi went flying outside window and coughed blood. Satsuki moved in high speed and kicked Suad and stole that dairy she ran away from. Office 1, that was, said Jiraiya in shock. I need sake, said Minato. Count me in, said Kushina. 3. Naruto entered Anko's hideout. So this is the place, said Naruto. Yes, you will be staying here for few years. Otto is developing country and Otokage is my friend, so we are at safest location we can operate our stuff from here, said Anko. That's great. You mentioned where are others? Asked Naruto. Anko gestured him to follow. They enter room with dim light and a throne. Anko sat on throne. A few minutes later a woman arrived. She is Gurren. Gurren wears red lipstick, has fair skin, dark eyes and light blue hair which she keeps in a spiky ponytail with long strands of hair framing her face. Her outfit consists of a green dress with a long left sleeve and a short right one, a red turtleneck which has a white fluffy collar and brown gloves under the dress. She wears a one-piece red suit. For shoes she wears calf-length brown sandal boots. Welcome back, bitch, said Gurren. Do you have a death wish? Asked Anko sweetly. And you're? Asked Gurren. Uzumaki Naruto, said Naruto. Oh, Anko was planning to recruit you, said Gurren. Naruto smirked and nodded. A bunch of people entered room. Naruto looked at them curiously. Why the hell were we called? Asked Tayuya. Violent bitch, said Suigetsu. Oi, behave, said Jugo. Tisk idiot. Oi, who are you? Asked Karen. Naruto looked at her. He walked towards her and Karen was instantly on guard. Naruto moved fast and came behind Karen. Everyone's eye widened except Gurren and Anko. Naruto touched her hairs. You're an Uzumaki, said Naruto happily. Asked Karen. I am Naruto Uzumaki. I have blondie hairs. I never thought I would see red hairs other than Kushina, said Naruto. Kushina as in Kushina Uzumaki? Asked Karen. Naruto nodded. Have you ever? She is my biological mother, that's all, said Naruto. That means he is Minato Namikaze's kid. He will be staying with us from now on. Naruto, introduce yourself, said Anko. Everyone looked at him. I am Uzumaki Naruto. My likes are fighting ninjutsu ramen and my dislikes are Konoha Jiraiya and Toads. My dream is to purify Konoha and this world and become strongest, said Naruto. What do you mean? Purify world? Asked Jugo. I will tell you someday. I don't know who you guys are or whenever you are from. If I am going to word together I will give my best, said Naruto as looked at each of them. Good, now show me that, said Anko. Naruto sighed. He clapped his hands together and wood came from ground, making a chair for Naruto to sit. Wood style, said Tayuya. Oh, if we are doing this then said Gurren as she clapped her hands. Crystal emerged from ground and decorated Anko's throne. Thanks Gurren nnnnnnnnnnnnn, said Anko cutely. Naruto smirked at Gurren and she smirked back. The seal I gave you is not anything evil. It's not cursed seal. It is actually natural power. Sage power. Jugo clan can collect senjutsu chakra from body, give chakra to others, absorb and heal injuries, but he go insane sometime, said Anko. Everyone expected Naruto to freak out, but much to their shock he ran to Jugo and looked him with stars in eye. You're super awesome, said Naruto. Jugo was shocked to Yuya chuckled. Karen adjusted her goggles with a smirk and Suigetsu laughed. Anko and Gurren giggled. Oh, by the way, I have something like that too, said Naruto to Anko. Naruto activated his seal and it spread around Naruto's body like black fox tattoo. It was emitting chakra at large amount. How? Asked Karen. It is called Chaster. It has been on me from age of 10. It has been taking chakra slowly and slowly. It also absorbs a little chakra during fight, but it's little. From 3 years I have stored chakra, said Naruto, and if I give poor chakra into it then? Asked Jugo in awe. It will keep taking it. It has no limit of storing chakra. Only drawback is the tattoo will get bigger, said Naruto. That's totally awesome, said Karen. Uzumaki clan hail, said Naruto in excitement. Everyone laughed at it. The future is exciting. 2 years later Naruto yawned. He just woke up and went to main hall. He was thinking how these 2 years went. He has mastered Finjutsu level 10. Ninjutsu is awesome. Taijutsu has gotten stronger and better, and his chakra level, with help on Uzumaki blood and Anko's training, his cage level, and he has got some dozen of tricks under his sleeve. Anko finally declared that he has become strong as fuck. 3 Naruto wear orange jacket, under which there is white shirt and black pants. His hairs are almost like Minato Naruto in 15, but he looks 17 too. Basically Minato's hairs on Boruto's Naruto attire. He opened the door revealing Anko sleeping on throne. Naruto chuckled. Gurren ate all dango, no, roared Anko. 4 Naruto fell on ground and started laughing. Anko had red blush on her face. I will kill you, said Anko. Anyways, I will be going somewhere, so I will back in a month, said Naruto calmly. Where are you going? Asked Anko. To obtain something, said Naruto. Alright, I have been meaning to ask you, why don't you take Snake as summonings? Asked Anko. Snake is not my style, plus I have something better on mind, said Naruto. Anko sighed and nodded. 22. You better get ready. 1 year later our plans will move forward, said Anko. Hi, said Naruto. He left room. Naruto was walking in, preparing for his journey while thinking what Anko told him year ago. Flashback. Wait, you have comrades? Asked Naruto in shock. Anko chuckled and nodded. We will be regrouping later and you guys will be included, said Anko. Naruto nodded. Flashback. And Konoha in all these years have changed drastically. The content that was in Naruto's diary was told to other Rookie and Jonin. It was sufficient to say that results were disturbing. Sasuke almost got a heart attack. Never in wild dreams he imagined such actions. Shikamaru and Choji were horrified, and Ino and Sakura regretted taunting and bullying him. Lee was disgusted and said, unyouthful. 5 Mito and Narumi were horrified and outraged at Citizen. They were held by Shikamaru and Choji from beating shit out of civilian Kiba. When released from hospital and heard this, was pissed. Now he understood what Naruto meant. Look underneath Shino was same, but everyone could tell he was not happy with villagers as his insects kept buzzing. Hinata demanded to send retrieval team to bring Naruto back. Hiashi had to held her back from doing stupid things Yakumo didn't came out for a week. The fact Naruto left made her broken. However, she did not blame him. She knew he will come back for her. She hopes he is still the small brother she has always loved. Satsuki was house arrested for beating civilian, and those who were celebrating that demon brat is gone. She successfully broke a man's right hand. The fact that she achieved Mangekyo Sharingan caused turmoil in clan. Satsuki was now a grown woman and her personality is rather psychopathic. Kakashi understood Naruto's hate. He was honestly surprised that Naruto didn't kill anyone. One Kurenai felt bad for Naruto. Imagine her horror when she heard Anko took him. Anko, her old friend Rin, knew everything from before. She was rather upset. Guy gave Minato a cold glance which was shocking to other people. 5 Kushina has resumed her duties as shinobi again and take mission where she has to travel a lot and search for Naruto. Jiraiya was rather depressed about whole situation. It was his fault and nobody can deny it. Yugo was in tears when she heard Naruto left village too. Suad became head of hospital again and made sure every person was healed. You can imagine the horror of staff when Suad punished them about not treating Naruto's injuries. Minato was working in his office. He sighed and looked at picture on his desk with his family. He looked at Naruto and tears spitted on his papers. I will find you, I swear I will find you. 3 weeks later, Naruto stood on ground with torn clothes. He wasn't as injured as he thought. He smirked evilly. He looked at City. He finally did it. I don't like this fucking idea, but I will let it go, said Kurama. Oh please, you love me and you know it, said Naruto. Naruto was surrounded by dark purple chakra and grinned manically. Damn, this is amazing. I see, said Naruto. Naruto sighed and looked at sky. Let's go back. I have almost everything I need, said Naruto. Akatsuki base, Kyuubi Jinchuriku have been made Chunin 2 years ago. They are much stronger than people in their generation, said Sasori. It's safe to consider that they are low Jonin, said Nagato. It's pretty impressive. HN, said Deidara, not really. 4th Hokage and red hot-blooded habanero or training them, not to mention Kakashi Hatake and training from 2 Sannin, said Konan. What about 3 Tails, asked Yahiko. Rin Nohara, she is very powerful and can use her power to full limit, said Shisui. She must be fun, said Kisame as he licked his lips. Don't do that, said Shisui too. Well, let our plans move forward accordingly, said Nagato. Everyone nodded. I am going to sleep. Pay attention, Blondie. Naruto returned to base. He was greeted by sight of people. Naruto, you're back, said Suigetsu. Aye sir, said Naruto. Stop shouting, shitheads, said Tayuya. You are shouting too, said Karen. How was your journey, Naruto, asked Jugo. It went successful, said Naruto. So what's the plan now, asked Naruto. I will do my research and train, said Karen. I am gonna swim, said Suigetsu. 4, it's none of your business, shithead, said Tayuya. Alright, enjoy your flute, said Naruto. WTF, everyone except Tayuya and Naruto thought. 4, I will rest, said Gurren lazily. I am queen, said Anko with pink background and red roses. 1, yeah, said Naruto in sarcasm. I am gonna learn Sage Mode, said Naruto. Everyone looked at him. You need a summoning for that, said Anko. Not really, there is way to use Sage Mode without making a contact, said Kyuubi from Naruto's body. Interesting. Can we do it, asked Karen. Yes. Well then I am off, said Naruto as ran away. He is gonna be a monster, said Gurren. 1, well can you blame him, his goals requires being a monster, said Tayuya. Today we will do party, said Anko. Yas, roared Suigetsu. Everyone facepalmed and smiled. 1 year later, wait, be careful, Mito, said Narumi as ran in hideout. Sasuke opened a room and peeked inside. He in not here too, said Sasuke. Boom, everyone heard that explosion and ran towards that direction. Mito ran and saw Sai staring above one. I knew you were up to something, said Mito as ran to punch him but looked up to see Naruto. Narumi and Sasuke ran and they too saw above. Naruto, said Mito in awe. Naruto wore orange jacket in Boruto with Uzumaki symbol at back. There was a kanji for demon right inside Uzumaki clan symbol. He wore a white t-shirt which had weird drawing on them. His wore black Anbu pants. His eye were deep cold blue. Mito, said Naruto coldly. Then came out Kakashi and looked at Naruto. Naruto, Uzumaki, you are under arrest. Shut up, said Naruto in cold annoyance. I have no choice but to capture you, said Kakashi as he made a chidori in his hands. Everyone eye widen in shock when Kakashi coughed blood. Naruto was standing calmly in front of Kakashi and his left hand a Rasengan slammed on Kakashi's stomach. Kakashi went flying as Naruto kicked him in chin. Sai moved to attack but Naruto suddenly came behind him. Sai quickly turned around but it was too late. Naruto grabbed him by throat. Naruto threw him on Mito who attempted to kick Naruto. Naruto looked at them coldly and raised his hands. He was about to do something when Anko caught his hands. Not yet, said Anko. Naruto sighed and nodded. Naruto, come back. Hinata misses you, said Sasuke. Like I care, said Naruto. Naruto and Anko disappeared. Damn, said Sasuke. 3 Naruto walked in the another hideout. He walked in the room to see everyone present. Are we ready? Asked Karen. Yeah, we'll move forward now, said Naruto. Battle loaded, said Suigetsu with a grin. Yuya had a katana on her back. She yawned. Anko wore a black t-shirt and a black pants and white cloak on her body. Gurren and Jugo was in normal outfit. Well, it seem we will split for now. I have something to do, said Anko. I will going with Anko. She might get herself killed, said Gurren. Alright, I want Karen and Jugo, said Naruto. Hey, I am also coming with you, said Yuya. Ah, said Naruto. Yuya boinked him on head. I am going with Anko then, said Suigetsu. Everyone nodded. Konoha, Sasuke and others reached Konoha gates. Kakashi was not awake and Sasuke was carrying him. Mito ran and asked guards to summon medics. They saw Kakashi and immediately ran. An Anbu appeared. Hokage, summon your presence, said Dragon. Sasuke, Mito and Narumi entered room. Sai was just behind them. Everyone in the room was waiting patiently. Minato was calm, or at least he was showing he was calm. Jiraiya was nervous on seeing Naruto again, while Kushina was waiting patiently for 3 years. Suad was standing and Orochimaru was interested how Naruto grew under Anko. Rin was desperate to see Naruto again. They had one misconception: the team is strong enough to bring Naruto back. 3 Yakumo already knew Naruto isn't coming back, so she decided not to come. She will wait for Naruto. Where is Naruto? Asked Kushina. We failed, said Mito. What? Asked Jiraiya in disbelieving tone. We lost. He was way too fast and powerful for us, and Anko was there too, said Sasuke. Everyone looked in shock and despair. Where is Kakashi? Asked Suad. 1. He is in hospital, said Mito. What happened? Asked Minato. Kakashi tried to capture Naruto by using Chidori, but Naruto was faster and shoved a Rasengan in Kakashi's stomach. He also grabbed Sai. He was about to do something when Anko came and they ran, said Narumi. Kakashi, said Rin, keeping hands on her mouth. We healed the damage as much as we could. All he needs is rest, said Sasuke. How was Naruto? Asked Kushina softly. He was colder. He has grown up too, said Mito softly. 4. Sai. Minato, I think we have to go personally to capture him. I underestimated Naruto by thinking that all training we gave to Narumi and Mito were enough to over Power Naruto, but now I see Naruto has grown very powerful in his Finjutsu. I am afraid, but I think even if I and you and Kushina and even Rin work together, Naruto will be way too much, said Jiraiya. 1-inch Soa SSS class rank huh, said Orochimaru 3. I think you overestimating him, he can't be that strong, said Suad 2. I will try to locate him again, send Hunter Nin to bring him back, said Minato. Narumi and Mito left and were bombarded with questions by their peers. They answers all 6 days. Later Naruto drank a can of soft drink. For real, you were expecting us for this? Asked Tayuya. It's just part of it, we have a lot to do after this, said Naruto. Karen switched off her chakra chains. Karen, don't get captured by Konoha Nin, said Naruto suddenly. Why? Because I can't stand one of the last Uzumaki in Konoha, said Naruto as stood from pile of bloodied bodies of monks. So what are we going to do with him? Asked Tayuya as she pointed at Sora. He has some Kurama's chakra in him, we are to extract it, said Naruto. How your sisters have, during the 9 tails on some of its chakra was scattered throughout the village. Sora's father collected the chakra and sealed it into Sora's body 5 years after the attack to produce a partial copy of the 9 tails, turning Sora into a pseudo-Jinchuriki, said Naruto. Sora's body started transforming into Kyuubi and ran to attack Naruto. He is either stupid or too strong, said Karen with a smirk, pointing at Sora. Naruto finished his drink and snapped his fingers. Wood came out of ground and captured Sora. Wood style is effective in front of Biju chakra, said Naruto as calmly walked in front of Sora. Golden chakra chains came out of Naruto and captured Sora's body. They started absorbing all chakra Sora had inside him. Wow, this idiot monk had worth 3 tails, said Naruto. Wait, won't you become a Jinchuriku now? Asked Karen. I have always been a pseudo-Jinchuriki since Kushina had Kurama when I was born, plus this isn't enough to make me a Jinchuriku. In fact, Kurama had gotten some powers back. Although my original chakra is similar to a Biju, said Naruto. Wow, your chakra seal is growing, said Jugo. It means some Kurama's chakra is added too, said Naruto. Sora's body was released and he fell on floor. Naruto looked at his hands and smirked. Karen, Tayuya and Jugo, we are going to destroy temple, said Naruto with smirk. They nodded and started destroying temple. Anko, we're here, said Anko. Has been a while since I came here, said Gurren. Where the hell are we? Asked Suigetsu. Welcome, said a woman. Holy shit, said Suigetsu. Asuma walked in Hokage office. He entered to see Minato sitting on his seat. His eye was dark. You summoned me, Hokage-sama? Asked Asuma. Yes, just wait for a second, said Minato. Few minutes later Obito and Kushina entered room. I have to make a announcement. Just 3 hours ago a shinobi from Fire Monk Temple reported everyone was injured gravely and temple was complete desultory, said Minato. Asuma looked in shock while Obito and Kushina gasped. What happened? Asked Asuma. Sigh. When Kyuubi attacked Konoha, his chakra spread. Although village Kazuma, one of the 12 guardian, invested that chakra into his son, creating him a Jinchuriku of 9 tails, said Minato. Without a seal, is the man an idiot? Asked Kushina. Obito face hardened. It seems few survived, including Sora, and we will be viewing their memories, although we know who are responsible to this and few more disturbing facts, said Minato. Who did this? Asked Asuma. With fist clenched. Control your anger, I understand, but not right now. Follow me, said Minato. It Department. All Jonin and Chunin were there, including clan heads. Inoichi stood with Sora on a chair. Satsuki walked in room and glanced around. Behind her was Yakumo. So this Sora guy confronted Naruto, said Satsuki, seems so, at least what Hokage said Yakumo. Satsuki Oni-san, said Sasuke. Oh Sasuke, how was the retrieval mission? Asked Satsuki with dark look in her eye. I failed. Satsuki patted his head and smiled brightly. Very good, you met my expectation, said Satsuki. 1. Yakumo sighed and Sasuke flinched. Satsuki, please be good, shut up pink trash, said Yakumo coldly. Satsuki, said Makoto as put a hand on her shoulder. Fine. Minato and Kushina entered room and everyone became silent. Behind them were Obito and Asuma. Minato stood in front of them. Fire monk. Temple was destroyed and there were few survivors who gave their statements. We will see Sora's memories if it's true, said Minato. What's special about this Sora? Asked Kurenai. He has Kyuubi Charka, no questions asked, said Minato. Jiraiya eye widen in shock. Suad stood stunned while Orochimaru eye twitched. Hiruzen cited. Everyone was shocked. Mito and Narumi eye widen. Start the memories. Inoichi activated his jutsu and screenlit. It was black. A light came and memory started. For real, you were expecting us for this? Asked Tayuya. It's just part of it, we have a lot to do. After this, said Naruto. Karen switched off her chakra chains. Naruto, everyone shouted. Satsuki I looked at Naruto in focus. 3 years, fucking 3 years. Yakumo I watered at her brother. He is alive. Hinata looked in focus as well. Sasuke wasn't surprised and weren't Mito and Narumi. All Jonin were looking at him in scanning way. So it was Naruto. I will kill him. Keep dreaming, said Yakumo in cold tone. Asuma was about to reply when Kurenai stopped him, but to think Naruto killed them, said Ino. Did you see another Uzumaki and pure-blooded? She has red hairs, said Rin. Kushina stood in shock. Their clan members are still alive and Naruto is with them. Karen, don't get captured by Konoha Nin, said Naruto suddenly. Why? Because I can't stand one of the last Uzumaki in Konoha, said Naruto as stood from pile of bloodied bodies of monks. So what are we going to do with him? Asked Tayuya as she pointed at Sora. He has some Kurama's chakra in him. We are to extract it, said Naruto. Kushina and others flinched at Naruto tone when he mentioned Konoha. Minato, don't you dare to target this Karen girl, said Hiruzen. Minato nodded. Karen, her name is Karen Uzumaki, said Kushina. Mito looked at another Uzumaki. Narumi stood in shock. Wait, what does he mean extract Kurama's chakra? Asked Obito in alerted tone. Everyone eye snapped. Kurama Kyuubi, said Shikamaru. Everyone pay attention, said Rin as she made a hand sign. Everyone looked at her. Isobu spoke from her body and his voice boomed in room. Listen carefully. If Naruto knows his real name means Kurama trusts Naruto a lot now. It seems I know why Naruto was so powerful without any training from his family. It was Kurama who trained Naruto and perhaps taught him jutsu and probably jutsu from previous containers, said Isobu. That's, said Sakura as she gasped. Jutsu owned by Kushina-sama, said Hinata wide-eye. Kushina Uzumaki is no mere woman. Her jutsu and technique are deadly. Minato jaw hit ground. Jiraiya gasped while Suad was shocked. Shock and disbelief were common all over room. No way that means, said Kushina as gasped. Kushina went pale. Kushina, what is it? Asked Minato. Jutsu of Mito Uzumaki, wife of Hashirama, said Kushina. Everyone went pale. Even Inoichi gulped. Minato. Naruto is probably, said Jiraiya as he failed. Inoichi started again. How your sisters have, during the 9 tails on. Some of its chakra was scattered throughout the village. Sora's father collected the chakra and sealed it into Sora's body 5 years after the attack to produce a partial copy of the 9 tails. turning Sora into a pseudo-Jinchuriki, said Naruto. Sora's body started transforming into Kyuubi and ran to attack Naruto. He is either stupid or too strong, said Karen with a smirk pointing at Sora. Naruto finished his drink and snapped his fingers. Wood came out of ground and captured Sora. Wood style is effective in front of Biju Chakra, said Naruto as calmly walked in front of Sora. Golden chakra chains came out of Naruto and captured Sora's body. They started absorbing all chakra Sora had inside him. He tamed him, said Danzo in shock and an evil glint in eye. That means even if Mito and Narumi use Kyuubi chakra they can be defeated, said Suad. Did you knew about this? Asked Mito. Yes, in fact Naruto was the one who sealed Hashirama and Tobirama when they were forced to attack Konoha 3 years ago, said Minato, and he has chakra chains too, said Kushina. Naruto. You, said Satsuki with a smirk. Yakumo smirked. We have to capture Naruto and put him in CRA. The child prod. Danzo went flying and slammed into wall. He coughed blood and looked at Satsuki. Listen. You wrapped mummy, next time you open your dumpy pooped mouth and I will shove kunai in your wrinkled skull. Your era is over, said Satsuki coldly with her Sharingan 1. Leave it, Satsuki, this loser isn't worth it, said Yakumo calmly. Satsuki smirked and walked away. Danzo eye lit in rage. I'll make them pay when I become Hokage. Wow, this idiot monk had worth 3 tails, said Naruto. Wait, won't you become a Jinchuriku now? Asked Karen. I have always been a pseudo-Jinchuriki since Kushina had Kurama when I was born, plus this isn't enough to make me a Jinchuriku. In fact, Kurama had gotten some powers back, although my original chakra is similar to a Biju, said Naruto. Wow, your Chastor seal is growing, said Jugo. It means some Kurama's chakra is added too, said Naruto. Sora's body was released and he fell on floor. Naruto looked at his hands and smirked. Karen to Yuya and Jugo, we are going to destroy temple, said Naruto with smirk. His chakra is almost like Biju, asked Kiba. Yes. Naruto was born when Kyuubi was released, and the fact he had Kurama's soul inside him makes him closer to a Biju. That means his chakra and body might not be effective by Biju's chakra, said Kushina as she explained. 3. But what about other Biju's chakra? If not Kyuubi, then other chakra, said Sakura. Impossible. Kyuubi's chakra has most hatred and potent in it if he can withstand his chakra. Our chakra are like water for him, said Isobu. Chastor, what is that? Asked Homura. It is one of his Finjutsu seals. It just emits chakra. All we know is that, said Kurenai. I need that seal and all jutsus. I must capture him and force him to give me that techniques. I must become Hokage, thought Danzo evilly. 3. Naruto is a threat if he is against us, said Shino. I don't hate him, he has every right to hate this village and us, but Shino is right, he is a threat, said Kiba. I must capture him. I will make him mine and then he will peacefully PFF, laughed Yakumo. What's so funny? Demanded Hinata. Naruto will never love you. Everyone knows that fact. Most of the people know about content in diary. You think you and Sasuke has a chance? Asked Yakumo. And as if he will marry a white eye stalker, said Satsuki. Yeah, that too. I mean, who will marry this shit anyways? I bet your Hiyashi also vomits every day after seeing you, said Yakumo. Hiyashi growled. Hinata was shaking with rage. Naruto's aim is still unknown. He is a missing nin already from 3 years back. SSS class. Now you are dismissed, said Minato. Everyone left room except few. Minato. Naruto has Kyuubi's chakra and Uzumaki in this team, not to mention other 2 in Sora's memories, and if Anko wasn't there, then that means either he killed her or they went their own way. In the last one they are planning something big. said Orochimaru. Minato sighed. Naruto, what are you trying to do? Asked Minato to himself. Shisui and Deidara walked on entrance of Suna. Yahoo, let's capture a Jinchuriku, said Deidara. Shisui just sighed and smiled at his partner. Deidara flew over village and dropped bombs. Shisui was scanning area with his abilities. Suddenly a wave of sand attacked him. Hello Akatsuki, said Gaara. Cage. Come peacefully with us, said Shisui. Not possible, said Gaara. Oh well, said Deidara and Shisui. As they smirked one day later, Naruto and his group was walking at borders of fire country. Naruto and Karen stopped in their tracks as they turned behind. Yuya pulled out her katana and Karen took out his sword. Jugo was alert. Suddenly two shinobi came in front of them. They were mist nins. Hello Zabuza and Haku, said Naruto. Naruto, what the hell? Why did Ya betray Konoha? Asked Zabuza. I have Kyuubi's soul, said Naruto. Zabuza and Haku understood and nodded. One. So what are you doing here? Asked Naruto. I was informed that there is Suigetsu too, brother of Mangetsu. Who is Mangetsu? Asked Yuya. He was the only person who was able to use all 7 swords, said woman who removed her hat showing Mizukage Mei Terumi. Mizukage-sama, said Karen. She became after she killed Yagura. She was the leader of Revolution Army in Kiri, said Naruto. Rin had 3 tails. Better if Kiri had it. Kiri would never be in peace. Yagura, the man who was responsible of genocide of Kekkei Genkai users. So what is Mizukage herself is doing here? Asked Naruto. Uzumaki. Naruto, I heard a lot about you. Rogue from Konoha sealed Shikaku, and I presume you were the one who recently destroyed temple. Asked Mei too. Very correct, Uzumaki. Naruto, I have a proposal for you, said Mei. Continue, said Naruto. Join Kiri and become our shinobi, said Mei. Many reasons to deny it for you and your village's sake, said Naruto. Please elaborate. I am going to do something that will cause attraction towards me. If I am affiliated to Kiri, your village will be in danger. Plus I am pretty sure an alliance between you and me can work out, said Naruto. Mei chuckled. Interesting, Uzumaki. Naruto, I am looking forward to work with you when times comes, said Mei. By the way, did you heard the news? I am pretty sure you haven't, said Mei. About what? Asked Karen. Suna Kazekage has been kidnapped, said Mei. Gaara, said Naruto in shock. Who kidnapped him? Asked Yuya in shock. Akatsuki, said Haku. The organization that is after Bijus, said Karen. How do you know about that? Asked Mei. Anko told us about them. Anko as in Snake Queen. Asked Mei. Yep, she has trained us all, said Naruto. I see, said Mei. If you want any help just contact us, said Naruto. How? Asked Haku. Naruto gave Mei a pocket watch. Mei opened it to find a seal. When you will send Chakra the other pocket watch in my pants will alert me and we will be able to speak, said Naruto. Mei nodded. Konoha. What? Asked Narumi. You heard me. Kazekage was kidnapped by Akatsuki. We have sended help, said Minato. No offense Hokage-sama, but wasn't Suna who attacked Konoha? Makoto was cut by Minato. That was Gaara's father's fault. In fact, he was being controlled by something and we are on better terms now and call me Minato, said Minato. Who the hell goes around kidnapping Kage? Asked Tsunade. Near Suna, Team Konoha was going towards Suna to help. It included Obito, Rin, Sasuke and Mito, and Sakura. Team leader was Kushina. We are near, said Kushina. Hi, Sasuke listened to very carefully. There is a high chance we may be confronting Shisui. Do not attack recklessly and endanger your comrade. Life is that understood? Asked Kushina. Understood, said Sasuke with Sharingan activated. Suna. Someone has entered the village. Find them, shouted Suna Jonin. Damn, to Yuya, stop cursing the whole Time, said Naruto. Alright shithead, said Yuya. Hello Tamari, said Naruto. Tamari flipped around, only to find a kunai near her neck. Her eye turned to see Yuya standing with a kunai on her throat. Naruto, said Tamari. Naruto gestured. Karen went towards Konkuro's body and started to remove poison. You have grown Tamari. Don't shout and make. Naruto kicked the woman behind her and Lady Chio went flying on floor. Listen old hag, I have no time for your bullshit. What do you want? Asked Naruto. You are enemy. Enemy doesn't heal. Blind fuck woman. Tamari, who is she anyways? Asked Naruto. She is Lady Chio, one of Suna counselor. She was. Oh counselor? Asked Naruto darkly. Shit, said Jugo. I bet you hate Gaara because what he has in him I should just kill. She sealed Shikaku inside Gaara, said Tamari. Naruto looked at her coldly. Naruto, he is awake, said Karen. Naruto. Naru, Konkuro, where did they take Gaara? Asked Naruto. At east direction from here. There is hideout, said Konkuro. Let's go, said Naruto. Everyone nodded. I didn't hate him, whispered Chio. Naruto. I were shadowed images of Rin flashed. Then why weren't you there for him? Probably drowning in your grief, you sick old fuck, said Naruto and Shunshin away with Karen, Jugo and Yuya. Konoha team. What? Asked Sakura. Konkuro has been healed. A red-haired lady with Naruto healed him, said Tamari. Must be that Karen Uzumaki, said Sasuke. Yeah, that was her name. They went towards east direction towards Akatsuki hideout, said Tamari. Rin also healed Lady Chio. What happened with her? Asked Rin. She thought Naruto as enemy and attacked, but Naruto attacked her. He was also going to kill her for sealing Shikaku in Gaara but stopped later, said Tamari. Kushina was shocked as Sasuke facepalmed. Rin's sigh and Obito eye twitched. Let's go, said Kushina. Naruto and others were running. At Akatsuki base, Shisui and Deidara, said Karen. Both are S-ranked shinobi, said Naruto. I can sense Naruto and others ahead, said Rin. Kushina eye widen and she ran forward in speed. Other did same. Naruto jumped on ground and saw Shisui and Deidara standing. Shisui ni, said Naruto softly. Deidara jaw hit ground while Naruto's team was about to faint. Shisui boinked Naruto's head in. Naruto rubbed with it with animate tears. Bokaaa, you were supposed to become ultimate hero shinobi. 3. But I am following your footsteps. Shisui did anime cry while muttering, adorable little brothers. Imitating big brothers, Team Konoha arrived at scene. Naruto and Shisui was on alert. Kushina looked at Naruto. Looking in memories and real life are two different things. He has turned out to be handsome man and powerful. Naru, Shisui, said Sasuke icily. Sasuke, said Shisui with smile. Naruto, get away from him, said Obito. Didn't I told you all those years ago? Shut up Uchiha, said Naruto. What's your problem with me? Asked Obito. Naruto, are you siding Shisui? Asked Sasuke. Yeah. Why? Asked Naruto. You bastard, he killed my father. You were my 4. That fucker deserves to die. He was nothing but piece of shit. The disgust he smelled was annoying, said Naruto. Naru, Karen captured Sasuke in chakra chain and threw him in jungle. Kushina attacked Karen with a punch but Karen caught it and punched her on face. Uzumaki Karen, Uzumaki Kushina. Naruto came in front of Karen and Obito came in front of Kushina. Shisui ni, where is Gaara? Asked Naruto. In our base. We have captured him, said Shisui. All right, will he live? Asked Shisui. Yes, he is lying. Jiraiya spy network told they are making a powerful weapon by extracting that white-haired bitch. Please, as if that born failure can do a shit. Ego is filled in Konoha nin, scoffed Naruto. Don't insult him. Mito was cut by Naruto. Or what are you gonna do, princess? Perhaps lay on Minato's bed and act like a cheap slut and beg for fame, said Naruto. Naruto, that's enough. I will not tolerate single thing. About sensei, Obito was sent flying at tree before Obito can even reach Naruto smashed a punch on his stomach. Obito coughed blood. Naruto caught Obito's punch and kicked him in chin, fire style. Eto. Burn, said Naruto as his palm was red and Naruto slammed it on Obito's chest. Naruto kept punching Obito until blood came out. Obito, shouted Rin. Karen charged at Rin and started fighting her. Kushina's neck felt cold when Shisui put a kunai on her throat. Don't move. One Mito was about to protect her mother when Deidara punched her on face and sent her flying at ground. Sasuke suddenly came behind Shisui with Chidori, but he was captured by snakes. All of the sudden everyone stopped and looked at Sasuke. Yo, Dango lover is here, said Anko. Anko, said Naruto happily. Naruto Shunshin near Anko. We are leaving, said Anko seriously. Wait, you have to return. Gaara, said Mito. Deidara smashes his foot on her face and says, Shish, this bitch, I swear I will deal with her later, said Naruto. Naruto, I know you and I aren't on good terms, but Shisui murdered a innocent man. How can you side him? Naruto, you betrayed Leaf. Despite what Leaf did to you, you cannot deny we were comrades, shouted Sasuke in frustration. Everyone became silent. Konoha betrayed me, said Naruto coldly. Everyone flinched. Naruto, come back, I beg you, come back home. Minato and I miss you, please, begged Kushina with tears. No, I am going with Anko, said Naruto. Please, said Mito. Weren't you going to save Gaara? Asked Sakura. No, I never said that. I wanted to find him, not save him, said Naruto. You cold bastard, how can you be such a basta? Sakura suddenly felt herself choke blood. Naruto slammed his foot on her chest and Sakura cried in pain. Sakura, shouted Sasuke. Naruto slammed his foot on her left hand area with chakra crack. Sakura cried in pain. Ah, Naruto, that's enough, shouted Obito. His body took too much damage from Naruto's fight and he couldn't move. Naruto pointed his hand towards her and flickered his fingers. A bolt of lightning ran from his hands to Sakura's body. Naruto kept doing it until Sakura started crying. 2 inches. Mebuki Haruno, that's what your mother's name, right? One of counselor, wonder how will she reach, said Naruto evilly. Naruto took out a kunai and charged it with air. In one swipe he cut all Sakura's hair. 6, perfect, said Naruto in manic tone. Stop it, Naruto, cried Sasuke, and Kushina was crying. Rin was in horror too. Naruto kept punching her face until it was swollen. Naruto took out a bottle of liquid and poured it on her face. 6, what is it? Asked Rin. In rage, urine, said Naruto as laughed. 18, Naruto, you bastard, said Kushina. Naruto put his hands on her palms and did a finjutsu. Naruto grinned evilly. What did you do? Asked Rin in fear. Naruto looked at Mito, who was looking at him in rage. He walked towards her and kneeled at her level. Deidara was still holding her. Mito ne-san, you look so attractive, said Naruto as kissed Mito in lips. 27. WWW, what are you doing? Asked Kushina. Mito felt disgusted when she enjoyed the kiss herself. Naruto kissed her chin and Mito moaned out, my sweet big sister, I can't help but love you, said Naruto. 5. I look almost like Minato and you look almost like Kushina. Let's kill them and replace them. We will peacefully together. Narumi will be our maid, said Naruto as he smiled with red eye, which showed childishness and insanity. Naruto stood and cited. Let's go everyone, said Naruto. Naruto shunshined away. Karen to Yuya Jugo Shisui Deidara and Anko also left the area quickly. Sakura. Everyone shouted. Obito activated his Mangekyo Sharingan and grabbed them. Together he used Kamui to Teleport aim borders. It was raining. Shisui slapped Naruto on face. What the hell is wrong with you? Are you insane? Asked Shisui in fury. For Naruto, said Anko softly. Everyone was quiet, especially to Yuya. Damn, I told him not to do it. It is because of that, thought Kurama. Who is that? Asked Naruto, ignoring Shisui. Shisui looked at that direction. Nagato, said Shisui. Nagato looked at them and joined them. Nagato said nothing and opened a portal from his Rinnegan and everyone entered. They entered a room with many people. Naruto, said Suigetsu happily. Uzumaki. Naruto, welcome, said Yahiko. 1. Naruto looked at Yahiko with red eyes. Conan. Naruto will go through mental therapy, said Anko. 3. Conan nodded. Shisui dragged Naruto with Conan into other room. What happened? Asked Kisame. Well, said Anko. Konoha Ino ran in hospital with tears. Sakura, every Jonin and Chunin was there. Ino ran into her room and saw everyone. Sasuke looked lifeless and Narumi was blank. Mito wasn't in room. Shikamaru looked in pissed and Choji wasn't eating. 4. Kiba looked as if want to murder someone, while Hinata looked in disbelief. Kushina was looking down while Rin's eye were red. Is it true? Asked Ino. Rin nodded. Naruto, that dirty asshole, said Ino in anger. He has gone too far, said Shikamaru calmly. Kakashi and Tsunade entered room. Kakashi looked at Sakura and looked wide-eyed. What did he do? Asked Kakashi. Broke her bones, removed her hairs, tortured her, threw urine of her. Voila. Ted, her own sister, said Sasuke. 1. Kakashi fist gripped and Suad looked in rage at what happened to her apprentice. Suad-sama, Naruto has left a message for you in Sakura's body, said Rin. Everyone eye widen in horror. Don't worry, it's removable, said Rin quickly. Everyone sighted on her left breast. It was imprinted with ink saying, said Rin nervously. What? Asked Suad. Dan sucked them heart, and on left breast he wrote, Nawaki sucked them heart. 16. Suad broke the wall in rage. Uzumaki. Naruto, roared Suad. Everyone left after a while. The only one left were Kushina and Rin. Kushina ne-chan, said Obito as finally woke up. Obito, said Kushina and Rin, and Naruto isn't normal, said Obito in fear. What? Asked Kushina. Kushina ne-chan, he was scary. I was so scared. When he was fighting me, he is a devil. I was sniff scared. His eye were so dangerous. Sniff, said Obito as he started crying. 10. Rin stood in horror. Last time Obito cried was during bridge when Kakashi almost died. Kushina hugged Obito. Shish, big sister. Kushina will always protect you, said Kushina as comforted Obito. Jiraiya stood shocked and gulped. Council room, kill the demon, said Council 1. He attacked our shinobi monster. He rape. Silence, roared Minato. Everyone became quiet. Naruto. Uzumaki will be punished accordingly. However, my question is who is to blame? Asked Minato. Everyone became silent. But my daughter was raped. 4. Naruto tortured her, humiliated her. But he didn't fall to do that, so who told you such lies? Asked Minato. Doctors. Minato threw files on table and Mebuki read them. These are reports made by Rin and Suad, best medics in the Konoha. There is no mention of such things, said Minato. Akatsuki base. Naruto stood in room with Conan. We will start now. I am mentally stable, said Naruto. First question. Naruto sighed. Gaara woke up. First thing he realized he is large area. It was grass on ground. You're awake, said a woman. Gaara looked at her. Who are you? Glad to meet you. Kage-sama. I am Yugito 2-tail Jinchuriku, said Yugito. They captured you? Asked Gaara. Yes, from a month we have toilet facility, comfortable beds, clothes will available, food will be 3 times day, books and games, literally everything, said Yugito. Are they going to kill us? Asked Gaara. I don't know, I tried to escape but no use, even Biju. Chakra is useless, said Yugito. The moment Uzumaki Naruto is allowed to leave we will start with our plans Suigetsu to Yuya Jugo. He means you guys will be helping us and are part of Akatsuki. Since Anko is one of us, welcome, said Nagato. Damn it Nagato, let me act cool, what's your problem? Shouted Yahiko. Everyone's sweat dropped. You know I am curious, why do you have metal arm? Asked Suigetsu. I lost in battle, said Yahiko darkly. Still Naruto did that, it's kind of disturbing. Said Gurren. He hates Konoha, said Yahiko. So we do, said Nagato. Let's party, we have new members. Said Anko. Yes. I mean yes, we shall arrange. Yahiko was cut by Nagato. Let's go, said Nagato. Damn it Nagato. Naruto came out of mental therapy after 24 hours. He was fucking bored, so. You're out? Asked Yahiko. Yep, said Naruto. What are your plans? Asked Yahiko. Why interested you? Must have your plans, said Naruto. Anko told me you want to purify Konoha. What do you exactly means by that? Asked Yahiko. Yahiko and Naruto went main hall and everyone was waiting for them. Konan was there too. So Uzumaki Naruto, what do you really want, purification or destruction? Asked Yahiko. First tell me about why you want to know. It's not like you are going to help me, asked Naruto. We also are planning to attack Konoha, each one of us, we have our different reasons. Well, for me it Konoha as a hypocrite, even Jiraiya, the very deep root of Konoha as darkness dwells within them. However, I do not wish to judge citizens by shinobi's act, at least what I believe, said Yahiko. Same goes for us too. Konoha has killed many people of aim, it was senseless death, said Konan. My reasons are same, said Nagato. I don't have anything personal, I am just helping, said Kisame. I hate Konoha as well. Our whirlpool was destroyed and all the third Hokage did was sit and do nothing. We had a fucking alliance, and especially Kushina Uzumaki, she was worst, said Karen. I guess I am following Anko, said Suigetsu. I hate those smug bastards, said Tayuya. Everyone's sweat dropped. I love explosions, said Deidara. 4 by parents were killed. Konoha nin call it revenge, said Sasori. Long time ago Orochimaru-sama was framed for human trafficking and experiments. He was insulted and arrested. It was 1 week. Everyone insulted him and Mimi because I was his student. I never doubted him. The village treated me like shit as if I was the one. That's when I knew the reality of the village full of disgusting fucks. Even my best friend Kurenai insulted me, said Anko. I killed Fugaku. That bastard was planning on using Narumi and Mito for taking over village. I killed him and his supporters. Only one who knows truth was Minato elders and Itachi and Makoto-sama, said Shisui. Naruto's will is my will, said Jugo. 3 inches. Konoha hated for what I held inside me, even if it wasn't my fault. They hated me. My parents ignored me and gave their attention to my elder sisters. My godparents were absolute shit. Jiraiya doomed by life with that fucking prophecy of his and his cocksucker Toad's Suad hated me for unknown reasons. Villagers beat me on regular basis, shunned me, raped me. It is filled with arrogant bastards. Clan heirs think themselves as gods. Konoha Civilian Council is sick to core. The elders are cruel and have no wise with them. Danzo runs a illegal organization and do bullshit. The village needs purification, roared Naruto. 3 Everyone was shocked. I see I was wrong. Even villagers are sick to core, said Yahiko. Konoha has gained too much powers in all years. They need to be seized as soon as possible. They need to know they aren't gods, said Nagato as activated Rinnegan. Wait, you have Rinnegan too? Asked Naruto. Yes, originally it belonged to Nagato, but when I lost my eye and arm in battle, Nagato gave one eye to me, said Yahiko. How did he obtain his red hairs? Means he is Uzumaki? Asked Naruto. I was given a Sharingan by Shisui and I lost arm in battle. So Anko and Karen gave me Hashirama's cell and gave me new arms when Senju and Uchiha cells combined. It activates Rinnegan, said Nagato. I lost my eye after that. Nagato said I will be able to use Rinnegan better and installed it in my eye when Shisui came him another Sharingan. My Rinnegan awaken again, said Yahiko. I see, said Naruto. How the hell did has Sharingan? Asked Yuya. I wiped half of my clan and sealed their bodies. I then collected Sharingan for later use plus that Danzo fucker is out as well, said Shisui. Naruto will be given a Sharingan as well, said Konan, if he wants, said Shisui. Why not? Putting weak nin in genjutsu is easy to deal with, said Naruto. Yeah. You need a counter against Mangekyo Sharingan, said Shisui. Don't worry, Kurama exists while he is inside my body. He will break genjutsu if I am trapped and I will not fall that easily, said Naruto. Attack on Konoha will begin, said Yahiko. 9. Come Naruto, we will begin transplantation, said Karen. Naruto nodded and went away. Unknown. Everything was black. There was a throne where a man was sitting. The preparation are ready, said Black Zetsu. Good, said the man with Sharingan. 1 month later. Hokage-sama, said a Chunin. What is it? Asked Minato. Someone is falling from sky, said Chunin 4. Minato used flash and came on top of Hokage building. He looked at sky and his eye widened. Kushina suddenly had a bad feeling. What is it, Kushina? Asked Makoto. A bad feeling. Yakumo eye opened in a dark room and smiled. It was inevitable, said Yakumo. Satsuki was laying on floor with Sharingan activated. I know. Jiraiya summoned toads. Get ready, something is about to happen. Mito and Narumi eye widen and looked at sky. Shikamaru eye widen in fear when he heard a shout. Sasuke ran out of forest. No. Tsunade grinned. 1. Uzumaki. Naruto is here. Naruto landed in front of Minato. Hello, father. Naruto, why are you here? Asked Minato. To purify Konoha, said Naruto. What for? Wood pillar pooped from Minato's side and imprisoned him in small jail. Many seals appeared on wood prison, and Minato couldn't perform teleportation. What are you doing, Naruto? Please don't, shouted Minato. Naruto activated his Sharingan and put him in a genjutsu. Minato fainted after that. Is it done? Asked Yuya. Yeah, put him somewhere safe, said Naruto. Yuya nodded and took Minato away. Konoha. These white things are attacking, shouted Kiba to all. Shinobi were being attacked by white Zetsu. They are strong, said Shino. Must be Anko's work, said Orochimaru. Everyone turned to see 3 people standing behind them. Yahiko, Konan, Nagato, said Orochimaru. They are Akatsuki, said Sasuke. As he came running, Orochimaru, we are not here to kill you, however we will defeat you, said Yahiko. I will beat your ass. Kiba left hand flew in sky and blood splattered on Sasuke's face. Shut up, you filth, said Konan. Ah, one. Makoto and Kushina defeated all Zetsu in Uchiha district, like old days, said Makoto. Kushina nodded and grinned. A shinobi came running. Makoto-sama. Kushina-sama, said Obito. Obito, who's attacking Konoha? Asked Makoto. Akatsuki and Naruto's gang, said Obito. 1. Kushina froze in her place. Makoto had shocked expression. And sensei has been. What happened to Minato? Asked Kushina. 1. Shinobi, said Naruto. Sealed him away, said Obito. Sealed him away, asked Kushina in horror. What? Asked Makoto with sweat. Almost all Anbu were killed or injured. Karen and Anko stood in Anbu headquarters. So this is Anbu. Pathetic, said Karen as she spit on Anbu's face. Yugo came from behind. So Naruto has made his move, said Yugo. Jiraiya eye widen in shock as the toad was crushed in front of him. It was wood style. Hello Jiraiya, said Naruto. Naruto you, said Jiraiya. Why are you so shocked? You know I hate you, right? You have to go down for the sake of Shinobi's world, said Naruto as he smirked. Who is leader of Akatsuki, said Jiraiya. Nagato Konan. Yahiko, said Naruto. You lie. Jiraiya went flying at wall and crashed. Naruto walked calmly towards him and smiled. Fire style fireball jutsu, said Jiraiya. Water style water dragon jutsu, shouted Naruto. A great water dragon was formed and launched at Jiraiya, sending him crashing on floor. That was Tobirama Sama jutsu. 2 Naruto suddenly came behind and slammed his fist on Jiraiya's chest. Chidori stream, said Naruto as lightning went through Jiraiya's body and he roared in pain. Jiraiya punched Naruto, but Naruto caught fist and slammed his knee on his stomach hardly. Jiraiya coughed blood. Rasengan, said Jiraiya. Chidori, said Naruto as they crashed and both went flying. Naruto stood up and dogged Jiraiya's hair, which became spiky, and tried to attack him. Naruto caught them in his hands and slammed his entire body on ground. Summon jutsu, said Jiraiya. Gamabunta appeared. He saw Jiraiya's state and attacked Naruto. Naruto ran over his hand and jumped over his face. Naruto threw smoke and it covered Gambunta's body. No, shouted Jiraiya as he started to cry. Boom. Gambunta's body was burned in fire and he fell on ground, creating a huge impact. Naruto took out his Zangetsu and poured lightning in it. He cut Gambunta's left eye. He slammed Chidori over his body and Gambunta roared in pain. G Gambunta, said Jiraiya. Gambunta body poofed. 1. Ubatsard, shouted Jiraiya. PFF, laughed Naruto. Jiraiya attacked with a kunai, but Naruto kicked his hand and slammed his punch on chin. Jiraiya fell on ground. What's your G goal? asked Jiraiya. To unite all nations and become king, said Naruto. What? asked Jiraiya. I am going to rule this world and then recruit my queen, said Naruto. Who? asked Jiraiya. Suad Senju, said Naruto. 6. What? asked Jiraiya in horror. Yes, I am going to become king and going to marry her. She will my queen, my beloved. She will call me Anata. She will live with me as royalty. Oh, her lips, I am going to kiss them until they get dry and moan out of them, said Naruto as he smirked. 4. Come to think of it, she is your crush, right? asked Naruto. Fuck you. 1. Naruto slammed kunai in his legs and Jiraiya shouted in pain. Naruto slammed lighting through the kunai and Jiraiya's body shake violently in pain. Naruto took out another kunai and heated its tip and made a scar on Jiraiya's eye, destroying his right eye completely. Stop. Sorry, please, I beg you, pleaded Jiraiya. 1. Naruto cut his left leg from knee and right hand from shoulders. Stop. Naruto. Please, I don't care. Take Tsunade if you want. Please stop, I beg you. Naruto, shouted Jiraiya. Naruto activated his Sharingan and put him in Genjutsu. Jiraiya's Genjutsu. Jiraiya woke up panting hard. Was it a dream? asked Jiraiya. Sensei, what are you doing? Everyone is waiting for you, said Minato. What? Jiraiya went outside to see Naruto and Tsunade standing. It was their marriage. Bride and groom may kiss, said priest. Naruto kissed Tsunade and Tsunade accepted it. Naruto koi, Tsunade-chan. Jiraiya was crying with wide eye. No. Naruto spit on Jiraiya's face and walked away. Suffer, said Naruto. That was cruel. Naruto said Yakumo. She was there whole time. I know. Hello Naruto, said Satsuki with Mangekyo Sharingan. Activated. Naruto looked at her with his Mangekyo Sharingan. Hello Satsuki, has been a while. said Satsuki. Sure has, said Naruto. I want to join you, said Satsuki-1. Aren't you a loyal? I hate this village, let me join you, said Satsuki. Sure, said Naruto. So you came? Asked Yakumo. Obviously, said Naruto. Suad is coming, said Naruto. So what's the plan? Asked Yakumo. Suad grinned. Finally Sakura, just wait, I will make Naruto beg you for a polyg. Suad went flying in sky. When wood shoved into her stomach she crashed on hospital roof. Keep dreaming, old hag, said Naruto. Coldly Suad stood up and cracked her knuckles. She came behind Naruto and punched him, but Naruto dogged it easily. He grabbed her wrist and flipped her in air and smashed her body on ground. Suad immediately moved her legs, charging at Naruto's legs. Naruto jumped and kicked her in face. Earth style Earth Dragon, said Suad as Earth Dragon appeared from rooftop and charged at Naruto. 1. Lightning release, said Naruto as destroyed dragon with lightning in his hand. Naruto unsealed his Zangetsu and mixed fire and lightning charka on blade. Naruto attacked Suad, who dogged his Zangetsu and attacked Naruto with punches. You have gotten better, that doesn't mean you can handle Sannin, said Suad. Jiraiya has already been defeated. Orochimaru doesn't stand a chance against his opponent, and you are just a blondie grandma whose body is screaming for being fucked, said Naruto. How dare you to do that with Sakura? Asked Suad. Stupid, who cares about her? Asked Naruto. Naruto punched Tsunade in stomach and cracked her chin. 1. Tsunade punched him with super strength but froze when she saw Sharingan. What? Asked Tsunade. I just copied amount of chakra you put in fist. And how you released it, said Naruto. No way, that means you're dead, said Naruto as he was standing behind Suad and smashed his punch in her stomach. Her ribs cracked and she coughed blood. Naruto slammed her and sent her flying on water. Tank 1, lightning release, said Naruto. Ah, roared Tsunade. Naruto shunshin away to his next target. Mebuki Haruno was sitting in her room. The fact that Naruto has come for revenge. Oh no, she knew what he did to Sakura was revenge against her. Hello Mebuki-san, said Naruto calmly. Mebuki froze and turned in fear. Naruto, said Mebuki in fear. Mebuki Haruno, the president of Civilian Council, the one who spread rumor that I was demon, the one who planned the attacks on me in childhood, the one that made my life hell, the one who raped me, said Naruto. 8. I am, truth or not? Asked Naruto. Truth, said Mebuki. I wanted to kill you here, but seeing you here alone makes tingle, said Naruto. Naruto hugged her from behind and his cock pooked her ass. 19. Naruto. Wait, said Mebuki. Naruto kissed Mebuki on lips and Mebuki moaned in pleasure. Mebuki fainted after that. Naruto had an annoyed look. What do you want, Satsuki? Asked Naruto. We will do as planned, and she was the one who raped you. Right, said Satsuki as she took out a kunai and teared her clothes. She graved rapist whore on her stomach. Hello Makoto-sama. Kushina-sama, said Shisui. Shisui, said Makoto. You, said Kushina in venom. How have you been? Asked Makoto softly. I am fine, said Shisui. Wait, what going on? Asked Kushina in shock. Shisui dogged kunai. Itachi was standing behind Shisui. Kushina, there is something you must know, said Makoto calmly. Sasuke was fighting Zetsu. Annoying shits, indeed, said Naruto. Sasuke quickly turned and see Naruto standing. Naruto, said Sasuke, before you attack him or something, listen what he has to say, said Satsuki. What the hell is going on here? Asked Sasuke. I am here to tell you truth behind massacre, said Naruto. Minato-sama, asked a Chunin. Why yes it's me summon council now, said Minato. But Naruto sealed. I am seal master. For God's sake, 8. High Summoning Council, said Chunin as ran away. Minato stood in the council room. He was looking at them carefully. Most of them was civilians' councils since clan head were in battle. That demon is back. Hokage-sama, kill him. Mebuki-san isn't here. How annoying, said Naruto. Standing behind them, civilian council froze. Hokage-sama, the demon is here, today you die. Freak. Minato released his transformation revealing Gurren. Who are you? Asked someone. What is the meaning of this? Shouted Homura. Demon, today you die, go back in hell. Sneered Koharu. You fuckers will die today, said Naruto evilly. Naruto smashed the kunai in one's head. He killed. Naruto slashes his both eyes and crushed his throat. No, leave us, please. Crystal went through them and they were killed instantly. Naruto walked towards Koharu and Homura. You two old coots, I am going to fucking enjoy it, said Naruto. Stay away, we are Hokage's advisors, said Homura in brave tone. What? Hokage, he is already sealed away. Also, do you know why you both are advisors, including Danzo, who is not here? Unsurprisingly, as a coward he is, said Naruto. Why? Asked Homura. It's simple, really. You guys are trashes of worst kind, came from shitty drains, born in garbage dumps. You guys never had a good future in shinobi. You two have always lived under shadows of Hiruzen and Danzo. You were useless trashes of team. You guys were fucking weak. The fact that you were trained by Tobirama-sama makes me vomit. You are leftovers who nobody even bothered to eat. Absolute disgusting. PFF, if Koharu was young right now I would have made her my bitch, but anyways, you are winkled skinny woman, said Naruto. 3. Homura and Koharu looked in anger. Naruto grabbed Homura left eye and took it out. Ah! Naruto smashed his bare hand in a corpse and pulled out his heart. Homura and Koharu looked in horror. Naruto smashes the heart in Homura's mouth. Homura started crying and shaking too. Naruto punched Homura's nose, breaking it. He made a tiger hand sign. Fire style burn, said Naruto as he launched fire at his private area too. Ah! Roared Homura in pain. How noisy, said Naruto. Naruto took out heart from Homura's mouth and pulled out his tongue. Gurren. Hi! Suddenly Homura eye widen in pain as crystals emerged in every part of his body. His whole body was in pain. Naruto smashes his hands in Homura's chest and took it out while it was beating. Homura looked in horror. Set your heart ablaze, said Naruto with red eyes. Homura's heart burned. 4. Pppp, please spare me, said Koharu. Naruto touched her face. Only if you were young and hot, said Naruto. Naruto took out Zangetsu and destroyed her heart. You're evil, said Gurren with smirk. Sasuke and Satsuki came from shadows. Show me proof, said Sasuke in shaky voice. Sure, but before that, said Naruto. What? Asked Kushina. You heard us. Fugaku was planning a coup to kill Minato and control Narumi, and Mito Shisui killed him and his followers because he wanted to save both of them and entire village. He killed them and later told Itachi. Minato and me and Danzo also knew. However, Shisui was supposed to be a spy in Akatsuki, but after that he never contacted us. That only means one thing, said Makoto as she looked at Shisui. You hid from me, said Kushina in hurt tone. 1. Makoto flinched. That's right, I betrayed Konoha, said Shisui. Why? Asked Itachi. I find Akatsuki goals admirable and important, said Shisui. You mean killing and sealing away Biju? Asked Kushina. Who told you such? Asked Shisui. Jiraiya, said Kushina. Kushina-sama, tell me something. Jiraiya, that man spilled bullshit and you actually believed it first. He tells you this Toad prophecy and breaks Naruto from his family. He speaks of Toad's prophecy so highly, but my question is, when has the prophecy has ever come true? What Makes you think toads were right. He speaks of Akatsuki sealing and killing Biju and Jinchuriku don't. You get it, he is an idiot. Simple as that. If you survive Naruto's wrath, believe me, execute him. His mind and personality is danger to world, said Shisui. Kushina looked him in shock. Naruto summoned a Zetsu and knocked him out. Naruto looked at Sasuke. I need your hairs, said Naruto. Sasuke plucked out hair and gave to Naruto. Naruto made few signs. A seal appeared at Zetsu's stomach and in middle of seal was Sasuke's hair. Reanimation jutsu, said Naruto. The Zetsu body started shaking and transformed into Fugaku. Dad, said Sasuke in shock. Satsuki looked bored while Gurren didn't give a fuck. Yugo fell in ground and coughed blood. Tisk, that's all you got? Asked Karen. Yugo sneered. Anko clapped her hand and two shinobi appeared. Take her away, said Anko. They nodded and disappeared. Anko smashed Kurenai's face, who tried to sneak behind. You are still weak, said Anko. Anko it is. Really you? Shut up, said Anko angrily. Wait, Naruto might have a use for her, said Anko. Sasuke, you have grown, said Fugaku. Is it true you wanted to take over village, kill Mito and Narumi, start a coup? Answer me, said Sasuke. Yes, said Fugaku. So Shisui did it for our sake to protect village? Asked Sasuke. Yes, and I am glad he killed me, said Fugaku. Everyone stood shock. What? Asked Naruto. Naruto, you have grown. I wanted to help you as well, but I cannot, said Fugaku. What? Asked Sasuke. Spill with it, said Satsuki. Temper girls sigh. I was being controlled. No, my thoughts were being controlled, said Fugaku. Silence. Who was that fucker? Asked Sasuke in anger. He was man in mask. He had Sharingan. He got me when my spirits were low. It started same day when Minato became father, said Fugaku. That means same man who released Kyuubi from Kushina, said Naruto. Other looked him in shock. It was like if someone is inside me, said Fugaku. That's that man. He is responsible, said Naruto. We don't have much time. We have to cut the chase out. I will release jutsu now, said Naruto. Sasuke. Satsuki, I am very sorry. Only if I was strong that day I was able to get a little control and let Shisui kill me. Don't blame him. Become what you want. Your mother and I were forced to marriage, so she did not have any feelings for me, nor did I. We were under pressure. However, don't have any regrets. Do what your heart wanted. Tell Itachi I am sorry for training him hard in childhood and ruin his chance for having normal childhood. I love you three, said Fugaku as his soul hugged Sasuke and Satsuki and disappeared. Sasuke stood crying, while Satsuki looked in shock. Naruto looked down at floor. Only if they images of Kushina and Minato flashed. Naruto gritted his teeth. He slammed his hands together. Sasuke eye widen when he was suddenly in wooden coffin. Naruto, what are you? The deal is over. Sasuke, you know truth now. Get lost. I want to help. Yo. Sasuke went unconsciousness and seals appeared on coffin. Satsuki, are you in? I am going to do it. My final act for Konoha, shouted Naruto. Yes, I am ready, said Satsuki. Wait, you are going to do it right now, right here? Are you stupid? Asked Gurren. One. Yes, do it now. Gurren, said Naruto. Gurren clicked the red button. Konan, Yahiko and Nagato receivers glowed. What is that? Asked Orochimaru. The real destruction begins, said Yahiko with smile. Deidara grinned. Your sins will not go unseen. Shisui looked at his pockets and smiled. What is that? Asked Kushina as she took out her kunai and Mikoto, and Itachi activated Sharingan. Let the 7 stars, said Shisui. Anko and Karen looked in sky while Kurenai looked in shock. Judge your actions, said Anko. Goodbye, Konoha, said Yakumo as she looked at sky with dark clouds and heavy air. Behind her was Suigetsu and Jugo with smirks. Everyone in Konoha looked in sky. Naruto was flying over Konoha in middle. Here comes judgment of your actions, roared Naruto and slammed his hands together. Wooden pillars came from ground and Konoha started shaking. Kushina and Makoto was grabbed by Woods and was taken above. With Woods, Mother Kushina-sama, shouted Itachi before he could do anything. Shisui kicked him away and started fighting him. Hiashi Hyuga was grabbed and his body was covered with wood. He was also being dragged above. I was careless. Kurenai was being dragged above with roots along with Karen and Anko. Ino looked at Sky and froze in horror. What the hell is that? Asked Ino in scared tone. This is the power of Uzumaki. Naruto said Kiba. A big tree has emerged over Konoha with stem between Konoha's center. The entire Konoha was dark as the leaves of tree covered sunlight. As for Sky, it was dark clouds everywhere and it was almost night. The winds were blowing at fast rate. Kushina was crashed on tree along with Makoto. Mother said Mito and Narumi. Where were you? Asked Kushina. We took out most of Zetsu and all civilians has been safe underground, said Mito. Narumi nodded. Kushina-sensei, said Kurenai as she approached them. Hiashi, you too? Asked Makoto. Hiashi nodded. I am here as well, said Rin. Naruto, said Rin as she looked everywhere. I don't know if you guys know, but Civilians Council is dead and it seems Mebuki Haruno was seduced by Naruto, said Hiashi. 4. Naruto killed them. A few dead bodies emerged from Tree's body and everyone almost puked. Elders are dead as well, said Hiashi. Minato is still missing, said Kushina. What happened to father? Asked Mito. Kushina looked down. Naruto sealed him away, said Makoto. What? Asked Narumi. In shock they heard footsteps behind them. Welcome, welcome, said Naruto. Everyone turned to look at him. Naruto, please stop this insanity. Join back Leaf again and become family, said Kushina. Just what family you keep talk about? Kushina asked Naruto coldly. Us, said Kushina. Stupid, there was always you guys, never me, said Naruto. A portal opened revealing Obito and Kakashi. Naruto punched Kushina and slammed her body on ground. Rin attacked Naruto but Naruto caught her fist and grabbed her by throat. Naruto threw her on ground and dogged shuriken. He looked at Kakashi walking towards him. Naruto, I can't let this insanity continue. You shall pay for your crimes, said Kakashi coldly. Naruto moved fast and grabbed Kakashi by face and slammed him on ground. Kakashi stood up and Naruto slammed his fist on his face and kicked him on chin. Kakashi made a chidori and launched towards Naruto. Naruto caught his hand and slapped him on face. Naruto grabbed the kunai and slashes his left eye. Kakashi tried to stand but failed. Naruto looked at him coldly. Naruto took out his zanjetsu and slashed Obito and Rin. Eye widen in horror when Kakashi's both hand went flying in air. Ah, said Kakashi in pain. Kakashi, roared Naruto. Naruto grabbed his body and threw it from the three. Kakashi bloody body went downwards from tree aiming at ground. He won't survive this, said Rin in panic. Naruto caught Mito and Narumi's punch. Otouto, you leave us with no choice, said Narumi. How dare you to do that to Kakashi-sensei, shouted Mito, as if that idiot mattered. He was disguising enough that his own mother chose to die rather live. She must have been ashamed, shouted Naruto. Manically Mito created Rasengan and charged at Naruto. I was waiting for this, shouted Naruto. Naruto slapped Mito away and kicked Narumi away. They are using Kyuubi's Charka yet, said Kushina. Biju Charka doesn't scare Naruto, said Rin. Naruto slammed his fist on Mito's chest and sent her flying. He dogged Narumi and grabbed her hair. Narumi cried in pain. Naruto broke her left arm and kept smashing her face on ground. Narumi's face was bloodied. Narumi shouted Mito. Mito charged at Naruto and kicked him on face. Naruto went flying and slammed in tree. Naruto quickly came behind Mito and slammed his on her head. Naruto took out Zangetsu and applied fire nature. He slashed Mito body and electrified her body. Said Mito in pain. He dogged Kushina's Charka chain by countering them. With his Naruto used his Charka chain to grab Hiashi and threw him at Kushina. Kushina grabbed Hiashi and saved him injuries. Obito kicked Naruto on head and sent him flying. Tisku ability is annoying, said Naruto, and it will be your end, said Obito. There is many ways to counter it, however, said Naruto. Naruto charged at Obito and kicked him on his chest. Obito went flying on ground. How? Asked Obito. Obito froze when he saw Mangekyo Sharingan, by ability allows me to attack at people who are in different dimension. I can see you and enter that dimension maybe, said Naruto. Naruto grabbed Rin by collar and turned at Obito. Naruto kissed Rin on lips and grabbed her waist. He looked at Obito to see enraged look. Naruto dropped Rin and kicked Obito on stomach. Naruto grabbed him by hairs and smashes his head on his knee. Obito coughed blood. Obito attacked Naruto with kunai. Naruto cut kunai into half with Zangetsu. Mito and Narumi came behind him and Obito in front. Fire style, tri-style dragon, shouted Mito. Narumi and Obito. The three dragons merged and engulfed Naruto. Kushina, Makoto and Hiashi and Rin surrounded the fire and made hand signs, sealing art. Melody sleep seal, shouted four of them. Four pillar arrived around fire and made a square barrier. Itachi came from behind and activated Susanoo and grabbed the square seal barrier and kept it under check. Finally, said Narumi, Kakashi sensei where is he, asked Mito as tried to caught her breath. In medical assistant. He lost his both hands and eye, said Itachi. Kakashi, said Obito, to think Naruto will go this far, said Hiashi as stood up. Akatsuki is still alive. They have defeated 95% of our forces. 3 Sanins have been destroyed and Hokage-sama has been sealed. Uchiha Sasuke and Satsuki is missing. Yakumo Kurama is also missing, said Itachi. Itachi's Susanoo disappeared. Makoto activated her Susanoo and kept it on seal cube. It was dark pink in color. What happened to Sanin? Asked Rin. Is Jiraiya Oji-san alright? Asked Mito. Orochimaru-sama was beaten badly but he will recover soon. Suad-sama was in water tank and was assaulted with electric. Her body went in paralysis temporarily and Jiraiya-sama in worst. His left eye area is destroyed with fire style. His left leg from knee has been removed and right hand Gambunta's body has been burned, said Itachi. Jiraiya-sama may not be able to shinobi again, said Itachi. Everyone was quiet. Naruto, that asshole. He is responsible, said Mito. Everyone was quiet. It was true, it was Naruto's fault, Itachi-san, said Ino as she finally climbed tree. Ino, what happened? Asked Itachi. Where is Naruto? Is he? Naruto has been sealed away, said Obito. Finally I have a report. Root bases has been destroyed by Akatsuki. 3 members and Danzo is missing, said Ino. Root still exists, asked Narumi. That fucking old warhawk, said Kushina. Welcome, said Naruto. Everyone turned to look at him. Naruto, please stop this insanity. Join back Leaf again and become family, said Kushina. Just what family? You keep talk about Kushina, asked Naruto coldly. You us, said Kushina. Stupid, there was always you guys, never me, said Naruto. A portal opened revealing Obito and Kakashi. Naruto punched Kushina and slammed her body on ground. Rin attacked Naruto but Naruto caught her fist and grabbed her by throat. Naruto threw her on ground and dogged shuriken. He looked at Kakashi walking towards him. Naruto, I Can't let this insanity continue. You shall pay for your crimes, said Kakashi coldly. Naruto moved fast and grabbed Kakashi by face and slammed him on ground. Kakashi stood up and Naruto slammed his fist on his face and kicked him on chin. Kakashi made a chidori and launched towards Naruto. Naruto caught his hand and slapped him on face. Naruto grabbed the kunai and slashes his left eye. Kakashi tried to stand but failed. Naruto looked at him coldly. Naruto took out his zanjetsu and slashed Obito and Rin. Eye widened in horror when Kakashi's both hand went flying in air. Ah! Said Kakashi in pain. Kakashi! Roared Naruto. Naruto grabbed his body and threw it from the three. Kakashi bloody body went downwards from tree aiming at ground. He won't survive this, said Rin in panic. Naruto caught Mito and Narumi's punch. Otouto, you leave us with no choice, said Narumi. How dare you to do that to Kakashi-sensei, shouted Mito, as if that idiot mattered. He was disguising enough that his own mother chose to die rather live. She must have been ashamed, shouted Naruto manically. Mito created Rasengan and charged at Naruto. I was waiting for this, shouted Naruto. Naruto slapped Mito away and kicked Narumi away. They are using Kyuubi's Charka yet, said Kushina. Biju Charka doesn't scare Naruto, said Rin. Naruto slammed his fist on Mito's chest and sent her flying. He dogged Narumi and grabbed her hair. Narumi cried in pain. Naruto broke her left arm and kept smashing her face on ground. Narumi's face was bloodied. Narumi, shouted Mito. Mito charged at Naruto and kicked him on face. Naruto went flying and slammed in tree. Naruto quickly came behind Mito and slammed his on her head. Naruto took out Zanjetsu and applied fire nature. He slashed Mito body and electrified her body. Said Mito in pain. He dogged Kushina's Charka chain by countering them with his. Naruto used his Charka chain to grab Hiashi and threw him at Kushina. Kushina grabbed Hiashi and saved him. Injuries. Obito kicked Naruto on head and sent him flying. Tisku ability is annoying, said Naruto. And it will be your end, said Obito. There is many ways to counter it however, said Naruto. Naruto charged at Obito and kicked him on his chest. Obito went flying on ground. How? Asked Obito. Obito froze when he saw Mangekyo Sharingan, by ability allows me to attack at people who are indifferent dimension. I can see you and enter that dimension maybe, said Naruto. Naruto grabbed Rin by collar and turned at Obito. Naruto kissed Rin on lips and grabbed her waist. He looked at Obito to see in rage. Look. Naruto dropped Rin and kicked Obito on stomach. Naruto grabbed him by hairs and smashes his head on his knee. Obito coughed blood. For Obito attacked Naruto with kunai. Naruto cut kunai into half with Zanjetsu. Mito and Narumi came behind him and Obito in front. Fire style tri-style dragon, shouted Mito. Narumi and Obito. The three dragons merged and engulfed Naruto. Kushina, Makoto and Hiashi and Rin surrounded the fire and made hand signs. Sealing art. Melody. Sleep seal, shouted four of them. Four pillar arrived around fire and made a square barrier. Itachi came from behind and activated Susanoo and grabbed the square seal barrier and kept it under check. Finally, said Narumi. Kakashi-sensei where is he? Asked Mito as tried to caught her breath. In medical assistant. He lost his both hands and eye, said Itachi. Kakashi, said Obito, to think Naruto will go this far, said Hiashi as stood up. Akatsuki is still alive. They have defeated 95% of our forces. 3 Sanins have been destroyed and Hokage-sama has been sealed. Uchiha Sasuke and Satsuki is missing. Yakumo Kurama is also missing, said Itachi. Itachi's Susanoo disappeared. Makoto activated her Susanoo and kept it on seal cube. It was dark pink in color. What happened to Sanin? Asked Rin. Is Jiraiya Oji-san all right? asked Mito. Orochimaru-sama was beaten badly but he will recover soon. Suad-sama was in water tank and was assaulted with electric. Her body went in paralysis temporarily, and Jiraiya-sama in worst. His left eye area is destroyed with fire style. His left leg from knee has been removed and right hand Gambunta's body has been burned, said Itachi. Jiraiya-sama may not be able to shinobi again, said Itachi. Everyone was quiet. Naruto, that asshole. He is responsible, said Mito. Everyone was quiet. It was true, it was Naruto's fault, Itachi-san, said Ino as she finally climbed tree. Ino, what happened? Asked Itachi. Where is Naruto? Is he? Naruto has been sealed away, said Obito. Finally I have a report. Root bases has been destroyed by Akatsuki. 3 members and Danzo is missing, said Ino. Root still exists, asked Narumi. That fucking old warhawk, said Kushina. Suddenly all Akatsuki members arrived on top of tree. Deidara was flying on clay bird with Jugo and Suigetsu. Anko and Gurin was on big snake that crawled over tree. Konan was flying over them with angel wings. Yahiko and Nagato were flying over them with Rinnegan. Activated Shisui stood over them with half. Susanoo. Karen was looking at them in bored tone. To Yuya was missing. Akatsuki is here, said Ino. Everyone came on high alert. The seal broke in a dark crimson. Susanoo appeared and smashed Makoto. Susanoo on face. Makoto fell behind. Naruto jumped top of tree and slammed his hands together. The tree was covered with pink petals and covered whole tree. Beauty, said Ino. Kushina eye widened and looked at sky. Thousands of paper were flying from sky and were going runaround towards Konoha. They were explosion seals. Kushina looked at Konan in wide eye. Yahiko and Nagato made a union hand sign and whole Konoha started shaking violently. Karen extended her charka chains and wrapped branches of tree. Deidara smirked and made a hand sign. Many small birds came from clouds and started settling on buildings. Many zetsu fell from sky and have oil was leaking from their body. Anko smirked. What is happening? Asked Kiba in fear. Whole Konoha is shaking, said Ten. Look at those papers, said Choji. Those petals look so pretty, said a girl, and golden chains make them tree look so cool, said a kid. Mama, see paper rain, said a child happily. Birds, said a kid happily. One. Naruto, don't do this, said Kushina. Please Naruto, listen to me. Rin was cut by Naruto. Shut up, traitor, said Naruto coldly. Ninja art hologram, said Naruto. A big Shinigami hologram appeared. Naruto activated Charster and marks appeared over his body. Kyuubi's charka also came around his body with Sharingan activated. For 6 years I can use this charka now, roared Naruto. Ninjutsu 5 Elemental Dragon Execution, roared Naruto. 5 wood dragons appeared from tree's stem. One was coated with electricity and blue eyes. One was burning furiously and with red crimson eyes. One was surrounded by fast spinning water around it. One was filled with mud. One had a big Rasengan. His mouth. They charged at Hokage faces and town of Konoha. The paper seals exploded in air and clay birds self-destructed, causing building to burn and collapse in fire. The ground started shaking more violently. Shisui fired a red laser from Susanoo at Minato's Hokage face. The Zetsu exploded and oil fell on ground, provoking fire. More. Konoha was on fire. People were running for their lives. Ans screaming, "Mama, mama!" The little girl couldn't complete her sentence as building fell over her body and she instantly died. 3 The building and structure were on fire. Shop and markets were burning. My son, sniff sniff, said a mother as she holded corpse of her dead son. The oil fell on her body and soon her body caught fire too. Mommy, wake up, it's burning, said a kid with empty eye. Shaking his mother's corpse who was beheaded. The petals from tree flew and spread over Konoha. Some burned crimson fire and some turned into red blood. The dark sky over Konoha with no sunshine. The tree that was most beautiful was now looking tree of dead with no petals. Shino stood and looked at everything. Is this hell? Asked Shino. 6. The people on tree watched everything in horror. Kushina fell on ground and started crying. Everyone looked in horror. Makoto collapsed and started taking breath. Mito and Narumi collapsed from shock and fainted. Obito started shaking. Suddenly the tree started shaking and a pillar arrived over Konoha. Over the pillar was naked Mebuki with rapist whore scared on her stomach. The hologram was telecasted in whole Konoha. Everyone gasped in shock and vomited. Stop it, Naruto! Umotherfucker, roared Kushina as Charka chains shot at him. They were cancelled by Karen's chain 1. Why Kushina? This woman raped me when I was 5 when I didn't do anything to her, said Naruto. Everyone looked at Naruto in shock while Ino looked at Mebuki in horror and disgust. Naruto smirked and made another hologram. Mebuki was forced to wake up and looked in horror and betrayal. Her own daughter was kissing her husband and stroking his dick. 5. Kazashi-kun said Sakura, don't let your mother know this, okay? Asked Kazashi, as if that old hag can do it. Compared to her I am hotter and pretty, said Sakura in lust. Haha, true, don't worry Sakura-suma, I will divorce her and then we will get married and start our family. We will have our kids, said Kazashi as she kissed Sakura and Sakura kissed back in love too. Sakura kept her head on Kazashi's chest and Kazashi stroked her hairs in love. No, shouted Mebuki with tears and anger. Konoha looked in disgust and horror. Suad looked in tears from medical tent. Suffer Konoha, suffer in hell. Go fuck yourself, said Naruto with smirk. Mito and Rin was grabbed by Charka chains by Karen and Naruto. Mito, Rin. A portal opened by Yahiko and Rin and Mito was through in portal. Mebuki was grabbed by Deidara and flew inside portal. Everyone went inside portal except Naruto. Naruto, give Mito back, I swear I will make you pay, shouted Narumi. Naruto, I beg you, please release both of them, said Kushina. Naruto, please, I beg you, show mercy. Naruto snapped his fingers and went inside portal. The portal closed at exact moment. All Hokage's face were destroyed except for Minato, which Shisui already destroyed. Yahiko threw Mito with Gaara and Yugito, and as per request threw Mebuki into cell. Rin was in special cell. Naruto looked at everyone. The door opened revealing Satsuki and Yakumo along with Tayuya. We will talk tomorrow, I am tired, said Naruto as went inside his room. Everyone nodded and did same. Tomorrow is gonna be a big day. You destroyed Konoha. Congratulations, said Kurama. Thanks, I guess Konoha is weak now. Either they will rise again like small and weak nation or Iwa or hidden cloud will destroy it, said Naruto. Sigh. It's not over, is it? Asked Kurama. No, it is just starting of my something big, said Naruto. Well, it seems like you are waking up. We will talk later, said Kurama. Yeah, said Naruto. He started to fade away. Thanks for everything, said Naruto. Kurama chuckled. No thank you for everything. Naruto woke up and walked out shirtless. He entered main area and saw Satsuki sitting. She looked at her and sat. Hello Satsuki, said Naruto. Naruto, why did you capture Mebuki? Asked Satsuki. She has her own uses, said Naruto. Spare me your bullshit. She is a former shinobi. As if she can do anything, said Satsuki. That's where you are wrong. She has many uses, said Naruto. Oh, I am curious to see, said Satsuki. The door opened revealing Yakumo. Morning, said Naruto and Satsuki. Morning, said Yakumo. Konan, Yahiko and Nagato is now organizing AIM since Konoha has fallen. AIM shall rise. We have enough funds and resources. Deidara and Shisui are capturing all illegal people and imprisoning them. Anko, Gurren and Karen are maintaining scientific area. Suigetsu and Jugo are training and Tayuya is still sleeping, said Yakumo. That's good, I have many things to do, said Naruto. Yakumo looked at Satsuki and grinned. Yakumo walked at Naruto and sat in his lap. She wrapped his hands around Naruto's neck. Naruto stood shocked and blushed. Satsuki glared at Yakumo. What, only queens deserve kings, said Yakumo. Isn't he like your younger brother, said Satsuki. Yakumo looked at Naruto with sexy smile and chuckled. I guess I have to change that, said Yakumo. Shut up, let's go. Naruto, said Satsuki. Naruto nodded and grabbed Yakumo on shoulder. Satsuki followed them and reached Rin's cell. Hello, Rin, said Naruto. Naruto, growled Rin. Satsuki and Yakumo entered cell. Rin remained neutral. You aren't surprised, said Satsuki. I am not, said Rin calmly. Naruto sat beside Rin and looked at her. It was necessary, said Naruto. It wasn't, said Rin coldly, and the sin they committed against me was good, asked Naruto. No, but they didn't deserve that much, said Rin. I destroyed 50% of Konoha population, said Naruto. You destroyed Kakashi. You beat hell out of Obito. You sealed Minato sensei. You kidnapped Mito. You destroyed Haruno family. You destroyed Suad. You destroyed Jiraiya. You broke Kushina's will, roared Rin. Naruto stood up and walked out of cell. Where are you going, asked Rin. It's useless, you will never understand. I will just have to force you into my plans, said Naruto. What plans, asked Rin. Slap Yakumo and Satsuki looked in shock. Rin stood frozen. Naruto slapped Rin. Silence, woman, you're just a prisoner and prisoner has no options. You will be thrown where others are, said Naruto coldly. Rin looked down while Naruto put more security seals on cell. Satsuki, come with me. Yakumo, send message to everyone, said Naruto. Yakumo nodded and Satsuki followed Naruto. They went into a life and Naruto pressed a button. They started going on lowest floor from top floor. I wonder what will happen when AIM get reconstructed, said Yakumo. This tower will get modified and everything will be at top floor. The cage tower will also be included in it and hid from common people, said Naruto. Why does it always rain here, asked Yakumo. Thanks to Anko and Karen inventions and little help from Nagato. I love rain, said Naruto. You do? asked Satsuki in surprise. Naruto nodded. The lift stopped and gates opened. It was dark black room. No items, no things. What is this, asked Yakumo. Naruto slammed his hands together. 9 wooden pillars arrived in circular row with fire on each of them. Green and dark purple seals started glowing above them. Lastly, in middle of pillars was a bed with few seals. Satsuki and Yakumo looked in shock. How did he made them in short amount of time? And he made seals in air with just hand clap. And Naruto, that's amazing. Just how powerful are you, asked Yakumo. Did you used your full power yesterday in Konoha, asked Satsuki. 50%, said Naruto. And what is this get up for, asked Yakumo pointing at seals and pillars. Ritual. It will take place soon enough when we are ready. Satsuki, preserve your Charka. You might need Sharingan, said Naruto. Satsuki nodded. Now that it is complete I will go and visit Mebuki, said Naruto. You are going to fuck her, aren't you, asked Yakumo. I have sexual frustrations. Bye, said Naruto as he shunshin. Satsuki looked at ritual site. I thought you had feelings for him, asked Yakumo. I do. Aren't you jealous he is having? If that was the case, then I would have given up on him when at ramen shop. When the girl entered the world we live now is just more than sex and shit, plus he is just horny and it's not like I am virgin, said Satsuki. 6. You aren't, asked Yakumo in surprise. Only you are in our team 11 inches, said joked Satsuki Yakumo. Pouted Naruto entered Mabuki's cell and looked at her. She has been crying. Naruto smirked. Get fucked. Bitch. Naruto gestured a hand towards her and she picked it up. She looked at him with blank eyes. Follow me, said Naruto softly. Mebuki nodded and they went to Naruto's room. Naruto gestured Mebuki to sit on bed. Mebuki sat on bed and looked down. Naruto held her shoulder softly and she looked at him in surprise. Mebuki, are you sad what they did to you? Kazashi and Sakura asked Naruto. One Mebuki nodded with tears. I just wanted to show truth, said Naruto. It's alright, I just don't what to do, asked Mebuki. There was a silence. Do what they did, said Naruto. What? Start a new life, said Naruto as he pulled her from her waist near him. Mebuki at him with soft look and kissed him on lips. Naruto kissed her back. They laid on bed with Mebuki in his arms. Mebuki-chan, here is my gift to you, said Naruto. He gave her a bag and asked her to change. She wore clothes and came out. Naruto poured some charka in her body. Ah, it's paining, said Mebuki. Naruto eventually stopped and asked her to look at herself. 12 Mebuki stood stunned. She is young again. She hugged Naruto and kissed her. He kissed her back. Naruto, my Naruto. Mebuki-chan. Naruto kissed her on chin and Mebuki moaned in pleasure. Mebuki grabbed his dick and pulled his pants. She smelled his dick and blushed. Once she started licking it and Naruto moaned in pleasure. Mebuki was laying on bed naked with Naruto. Mebuki-chan, you're my girlfriend now, said Naruto. Hi, I am your girlfriend. However, we still have to fight. I will be teaching you from now on. Anything for you. When I rule this world, you will be called queen, said Naruto as he kissed her. Mebuki giggled. Mebuki eventually slept. Naruto eye flashed red. Now then let's see, said Naruto. Konoha, everything was in rumble. Minato has been found and been unsealed. However, he started crying the moment he came out. It later was known Naruto put him in a genjutsu, which actually made him live Naruto's hellish life. Suad was still unable to move and was hospitably admitted. Jiraiya was in coma. The blood loss took a great toll over his body. He was reported unfit for shinobi. Sakura and Kazashi's reputation went downhill. They have locked themselves in house and thinking what to do. Kushina hasn't come out of room and Narumi was sleeping. Minato and Orochimaru has been handling Hokage work. It came another surprise when Hiruzen was found sealed inside his room. Konoha Chunin were in shock. Civilian were calling it Shinigami's judgment. However, only few knew that it was Naruto's power, not Shinigami. Or is it same? Everyone had hatred for Naruto. Minato cracked a humorless joke as if Naruto was earlier loved. Satsuki Uchiha and Yakumo Kurama were declared missing. Nin search parties were sent for Rin Nobara and Mito Uzumaki. Namikaze Suna sended help and Konoha has been almost recovered while less population caused less cost and other shit's clan heads barely survived. Everyone had one name in mind, Akatsuki.